Oops. Remember when we used to look at that? Oh my God.
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Carlos. I am doing fine, thank you, despite the turmoil in the world. Trying to stay positive and to focus on the markets because we've had some good trading the last couple of days. But other than that, we need a weather report. What's happening in your part of the world? Has all the snow melted? Are you in spring yet?
Uh,
What's
we
happened over
we we got so much snow, man. We still got a little bit of pile, not as much anymore, because it's been pretty warm. It was like 45 yesterday. Today it's going up to maybe 45 again, so 50. So but we still have snow. That's how much we got dropped on the last storm. So, but good weather's
there?
coming,
That's
man. We're gonna be in
unusual
the
to still have
60s.
snow.
Given how warm it is, yeah. But that, again, we haven't gotten 2 feet of snow in a long time.
Okay.
Back like almost back to back. So there's still piles of snow everywhere. Uh, but
Wow.
uh, but it's getting better.
Hey,
It's getting better. And it's the
yeah.
nasty snow, Peter. It's not the good white clean snow. It's the nasty black cars leaving all their crap snow. So that's not fun.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's because you don't get enough of it to clear everything up. I
Right.
guess it's stuff for me to understand. Like I look out I should bring a camera out the front door. You guys want to understand what it's like to live here. Like the snowbanks are still over my head. I'll go stand next to a snowbank and it's at the end of my driveway and it's taller than I am. So that's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
that's just normal for March. And
Yeah. No,
anyways,
it's not a thing
all
here.
right, all right.
All right, friends. Quick look at our gap slits brought to you by tradingterminal.com. A little more signs of green and strength this morning. That's a lot of tickers
Yeah.
in the green side of things. SPY is even given all the uncertainty and the back and forth and so forth. SPY is green today, at least for right now, slightly green. At the moment. So not a lot in the red. A couple of tickers that made their way here. A lot of earnings. I got some retail companies Peter might tell you about a little bit later. And
Yep.
other than that, we'll see if we can get breakouts. That's been the problem for us breakout traders is getting breakouts to stick and continue. But I like the way we're starting the day so far this morning in the pre-market here. Peter, what's the latest and greatest on our U.S. economic calendar before we get to this list?
Yeah, even breakdowns haven't been that consistent, at least not off the open. It's been a tough time to get moves if you're an open trader. Later in the day, they've been pretty good though. This week, you just need to be patient, and then the bigger moves happen usually about an hour into the market, an hour and a half. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe today we'll get back to some open movement. We'll find out together. We did have some economic data today that we're able to pay attention to, starting with the ADP employment report, which came out, as you can see, more jobs available than were previously anticipated. So that's good, and that's a positive number. Later this morning, we do have the S&P U.S. Services PMI that's coming out. And then the ISM services number. Those are at 9:45 and 10 a.m. respectively. Yeah, a market probably will ignore them like they usually do. And then, of course, this afternoon we do have the Fed Beige Book. That's always an interesting one where the algos read it. Again, should be no surprises. It's just an amalgamation of Fed opinions that gets put out once every couple of months, and but the market should react right around 2 o'clock. You usually get the market popping higher or dropping lower, and then recovering right to where it started from. So it's not usually that big of a move, but you're going to get a little bit of a blip in the matrix in the price action, likely, anyways, at 2 p.m. So never any guarantees, but that's what we expect for today. So tomorrow we've got some more interesting jobless claims are coming out. People are looking to that, so we'll see what happens. Of course, the focus is not on these economic events. The big market, event is really, of course, what is happening with this not a war in in Iran. The Trump administration is desperately trying to not call it a war when everyone's calling it a war. It's fascinating to watch the politics at work. But what's more interesting for us here is the market, right? And the market is reacting similar to what we saw back when the Ukraine war broke out, where we saw a couple of days of sort of uncertainty, sideways to downward movement, especially in the early hours with this recovery. And we'll see, like Carlos, you were saying, look, there's a lot more green today. We're only on day 3 of market activity after this occurred. But we'll see. We'll see if we can get back to the highs. Maybe, I don't know. We're within shooting range of all-time high because we haven't, really fallen that far from it. So it's just it's amazing to watch this U.S. market. The stock market just doesn't react the way traditionally you would expect it would in case of global uncertainty and war events. So who knows? We'll be up by the end of the week. We'll be looking at new all-time highs. I have no idea, but I'll be watching with eager anticipation. As either way, as long as it moves somewhere, go higher or lower, so that we can get some trading opportunity out of it.
Yep, absolutely. So we need movement and continuation is the one thing we're always going to be looking for, especially this morning. All right, friends, let's get to this gappers. Let's see what's going on here. As I mentioned, a lot of stuff in the green. First one on deck, leading the way, VCIG is on here, and we are, wow, very nice, up 101%, going back and forth there, as high as 1771. That is your pre-market high this morning. Let me go check the float on this thing. Under a million. I'm showing well under a million here as far as the float for this stock, and right now up 5. Look at it go there, up 113. 5.7 million shares traded, Peter. So it's definitely rocking this morning. VCI Global. Again, you expect movements like this from such a low float, but do they have any news behind it, right? That always makes it interesting. Anything else happening besides just momentum?
Yeah, they've basically turned on. Oh, excuse me, blew my voice there for a second. They've turned on their AI computing center in Malaysia, which has got them into a position where they're now able to launch full commercial operations. I just love their press release where they're trying to get people excited in there. They're saying their first Nvidia powered AI GPU computing center. If you can just
like that.
You just throw Nvidia's name in there. Let's see if we can get a few, because then you get picked up. It's actually a smart move by the company, because then you get picked up by all sorts of other news outlets and refeeding mechanisms that you wouldn't if you didn't put Nvidia's name in there, right? So
100%.
That's actually smart. So we've seen some dumb things by marketing. I think whoever put this press release together from the company, they thought about it quickly and just said, what names can we throw in there? So Nvidia came to the top of the list, and that's what's getting the attention. So it's working. Look at their stock. Is it tradable though? Well, Carlos, I don't think we've ever seen this, right? Like, I've never traded it.
No, the first time we've seen this one, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a great move. 156% up right now. 6.4 million shares traded. Like, it's a rocking and rolling. So look, the news is whatever. They turned on their data center. It's good, but is it like, double the company's value good? I don't think so. I mean, but the stock closed at $8 yesterday. It's trading at about $20 right now. So go on, baby, let's go to the moon.
To the moon. Friends, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube on our show that's powered by the Nvidia XTR 3090. 3090 XTR from Nvidia. Our show is powered by that graphics card. So please hit that thumbs up. Hopefully the algos can pick up. Nvidia is the thing running this powerful machine here.
Did you say Nvidia, Carlos? We love
Nvidia. I did say Nvidia.
Great.
Yeah, and Nvidia starts with an N. If I can spell it for you, actually, I don't want to spell the whole thing. It's NIVDI. It's actually pretty weird the way they spell it, but yeah, Nvidia. for those that don't know.
Uh,
All right, let's take a look at
I
what's
love it.
next here. BW, BW, my friends. We're bringing the BBT stock up there.
Yeah.
BW is up here 20%. Not as exciting as the one we just saw. But they're up 20% here. Very light volume, only 483,000 shares traded. I don't think I ever seen this one. Babcock, Wilcox Entertainment. It's entertainment here. And Enterprise.
No.
Had to expand the name there. But yeah, I don't see anything great on this one. Gets very light volume. Today they're seeing a little bit of action, Peter. I don't think it's tradable, but any news behind it?
This is Babcock and Wilcox. It sounds like a company right out of like, like the 1920s or something. Yeah, I just feel like, hey, welcome to Babcock and Wilcox. Or, anyways, they have announced a I'm trying to understand the news here because they've announced a 1.2 gigawatt natural gas fired project power supply that will can be used for AI factory campuses under what they're calling Base Electron, which I guess is one of their big projects. I'm scratching my head because um isn't that just like a normal power plant? Like, aren't most industrial buildings natural gas powered these days? So, when you get like the big mechanical heating cooling systems, maybe I don't understand how they work, but okay. I feel like this is yet another example of a company that said, you know what? Let's say that it's designed. Our latest product is designed to power AI data centers. Yeah. Let's do that. We'll get the Agos to pick it up, and we'll get some news attention. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's specifically designed for that. It's a building power plant. So this is what they build every day. But hey, might as well be smart about it. It's got it on our list, up 20%. So you go, Babcock and Wilcox.
Yeah, we got some good PR this morning from
Yeah,
these companies.
they're
Great
making it
job.
work.
Were they listening to the show here yesterday or the last few days and just
Maybe.
getting
See,
ideas? That is awesome.
influencing the world. That's
There you
us.
go. All right, back to our trading terminal gappers list powered by our NVIDIA's graphics card. Here it is. We have mRNA. So mRNA this morning. Let's see what's going on here. If I could type that correctly. Hold on. mRNA. There it is. All right. We are up 8.8, 451,000 shares traded, Peter. We haven't traded this one in a while, but if you look at the daily looks actually pretty nice. All this year, you are getting some. Actually, I haven't noticed how good mRNA has been trading since December. I'm not sure if you noticed, Peter, but we always watch mRNA here and there, and you can see how choppy it's been. So we never really been trading or paying attention. But the last couple of months and weeks, you can see they're actually doing all right. But has not hit our gappers list in any of these moves. So, Peter, we're getting some action here this morning. We're up 8.8, very light volume for the most part right now, but nice daily, I gotta say.
Yeah. This is a little bit of a weird one in that they have agreed to pay a settlement, pretty big one, a $2.2 billion settlement. They're paying $950 million up front and another about $1.3 billion later on to two company Arbutus and Genevant. Anyways, this is about the COVID-19 vaccine. They were in this patent dispute. And the good news is basically analysts had anticipated the settlement potentially being larger. The fact that it's only, I'm using air quotes here, 2.2 billion is good news. So the company basically gets that uncertainty out of the way. Yeah, they got to pay out a couple billion, but it's done. At least they know that the rest of the proceeds they can continue with their business operations unimpeded after this. So basically, it had already been priced in. In fact, a little bit more had been priced in, which is why we're seeing the price pop here. Tradable, I'm very skeptical. mRNA used to be a nicely tradable stock, but that was quite a while ago. I don't think we're going to get good trading opportunities out of this. I'm looking right now; it's very spotty. It popped with some volume when the news hit, but we're sitting at under 500,000 shares, and it's not moving at all. So we probably talked about it longer than we need to. I'm not putting it anywhere near my list.
Yeah, we'll leave that one alone, friends. Let's continue here. And then we have a coin and some other ones. We got coin. We got what do we have here? CS Clean Spark, CLSK. I do see Rye, I see Hush. So again, a lot of these crypto stuff on the upside. There are a few making their way onto this list, but Coin and MSRT are now leading the way here. So let's take a look at what's going on there as far as volume in the charts. If I look at Coin, we're up 7%. That's pretty nice. It's actually really nice. 7%, 842,000 shares traded. I like the way that looks. And if I look at MSTR, since we're talking about the same thing here, this one also up 8%, 1.4 million shares traded. And if you look at the daily, we've just been stuck here, not doing a whole lot and looking to hopefully break out of this range and into some good trading. So Peter, I like the way these two are positioning today. What's going on in this area?
Well, yeah, Bitcoin prices rose overnight, a little over 4%. So it puts them over 70,000. 70,000. Remember when, we were looking at 120,000 was the price for a Bitcoin? We're well off that. But the fact that they're back up to 70,000 has got things popping here a little bit this morning. Look, the I'm not sure what to make of it, but there's also been some conversations. President Trump has stepped back into crypto, urging the banks to support it more. Met with a couple of individuals, including CEO Brian Armstrong, and said that he would make them support crypto more. So, including a post apparently he put out on Truth Social in the last 48 hours. So, look, I mean, I guess that's good support for it. It's well, we know that the Trump family has made billions off of crypto since his presidency. So there's people are seeing that he's got a vested stake in helping crypto be more successful. The Coinbase CEO, for example, stepped out yesterday and said, the business of crypto has never been stronger. Carlos, that doesn't exactly reflect what we've been seeing, but you gotta play the hype, right? So what are you gonna do? So, but I mean, it would make sense he would say that, especially after having met with President Trump. So he's trying to play the media. He's trying to make sure that you get, you get all the press coverage you can. So looks like it's working, at least this morning.
Yeah, it sure is. And again, they have such a strong fan base, man. The people that believe in this stuff in crypto. And again, I always been right in the middle of the fence. I don't know whether it's a bubble or not. I really don't know. I don't care which way it goes. But the people that are in it, they say, hey, you're missing out. This is the next big thing. And they're standing behind it 100%.
Yes, indeed, they do.
So it's a Apple kind of like fan base, very strong cult-like fan base. But I hope they're right, because I got a lot of great friends that are behind it. So I hope they're right, and I hope they crush it and make some good money. But I do like Coin today, guys. This looks very good. I think you could pick your favorites out of all of them. Let's take a look actually at some other ones, right? CLSK is another one that you can take a look at. That is also up 5.2. I think Coin for me, because again, the people holding the transactions always do well, right? So these guys are looking pretty good. I'm going to put them on my list this morning. But pick your favorites out of that sector. I'll go with Coin today. I have Mara on here as well. Again, Mara, same situation. Just pick your favorites on that. All right, let's go down the list.
Every Bitcoin related stock we've talked about seems to be on the list here this morning. All clustered right in the middle.
Yeah.
So.
And there's more appearing, as you can see, moving higher here. Let's take a look at Hood. Since there's so many coin-related tickers, let's take a look at Hood. That's another one that can also trade very well. Up 4.3 this morning, 1 million shares traded. I like Coin and Hood. I really do when it comes to this sector. So I'm going to be adding those to my list. All right, let's see what else we could pick off in the gap up.
I'm not sure we should even bother with any of these. We should just be focusing on VCIG. It's since we've been talking here, Carlos, it's up another $3. Now it's $23. It went over 24 just a second ago.
Boy, oh boy.
This thing is on fire. Member in the chat room said he was in since it was about $15. So riding the wave. It's 9 million shares now. Like
baby, people are getting their Lambos with this trade over here. Let's put the Lambos in chat. Yeah. Oh, yeah, nice. So, just don't do not be the last one out. Don't get caught with the bag. All right,
Yeah,
just
don't be.
do it smart.
Yeah,
Don't nothing goes
as
up
Brian would
forever.
say, you don't want to be the greatest fool. Don't be the last one when
Yes,
the music stops without a chair. So
and
that's a problem.
put
Yeah.
some money in your pocket. No, follow your plan. Is what I meant to say. Follow your plan. Here it is. BNAI this morning also making some noise. This one is the one, if you guys remember, was crazy a few weeks back, a month and a half back now or two. You can see the action over here hit all the way up to almost 85 or plus, and then came back down. Today they're making a little bit of noise, but with all this noise and movement they've been making on the daily, they really haven't traded all that well. So I've been kind of staying away from them. Again, you're getting a little bit of action here, but you're not getting volume though. And that's the scary part when it comes to a ticker like this one. Flow on this one is 2.7 million shares float. Again, brand engagement. I don't like it. Hard to borrow, so you don't have shares to short with interactive brokers. I'm going to keep it off my list. I think today is going to be a lot of fun stuff to watch. This is not going to be one, Peter.
Yeah, I don't think there's much going on with BNAI. It's sort of moving with the crowd. I'm not going to be spending a lot of time with it. We've talked about it on and off here over the last 2 weeks maybe, but it's I don't see anything new. So
Yeah. Let's see.
Tesla's on the list. You want to slide?
Yeah,
down
let's
to
hop around a
Tesla?
little bit. Yeah, let's hop
I like
around a
there's
little
some
bit. Yeah.
interesting news on Tesla. Tesla's up this morning. It's only up about 2% to 2.1%, which puts it just over a list, but it's back over $400, which is interesting. Two bits of news. One, Bank of America reinitiated coverage. I didn't know that they stopped covering Tesla. Seems like an odd thing to do. You think that, it's a company of that size with its attention that you wouldn't have stopped covering it, but I guess they stopped paying attention for a while. Anyways, they're back with coverage and they put a $460 price target on it. What perhaps is more interesting and more impactful on the move here this morning is that they've released some preliminary sales data, and it looks like they're remember how their European sales especially just fell off a cliff as Elon Musk was getting involved with the Trump administration and his Doge and all of that. He's been working hard, I think, to distance himself from it over the last, I don't know, 6 months or so. So, it didn't last long, but it really had a massive impact on Tesla and people's perception of the brand. It looks like they're starting to step back from that. France, Spain, and Norway all have seen significant Tesla sales increases, and looks like consumer confidence is coming back a little bit, especially in some of the EU countries. So that's very good news for Tesla, and it looks like the stock is responding as you would expect and moving higher. Like we were talking about fans earlier, Carlos. You got fans of crypto, you got fans of Tesla stock, and they will just keep buying every time it's down, convinced it's going to the moon. I mean, I don't know what the top is for this, but we can certainly see on the daily chart it's been having a rough ride this year, been downward all year and since mid-December. But it looks like maybe there's a chance. Maybe this is where we're going to bounce. It is exactly where we sort of made a recovery back in mid-November. So let's see. Is it time for the good times to roll again in Tesla? Is this the beginning of the fun? I don't know. We'll see. So
up to 420. Up to 420.
Somebody's asking, Nimoy's asking, is Tesla's PE still at 400? I guess I would ask you in return, does it matter? Like their PE, their price earning ratio, nobody's cared about that. I mean, it's 364.7 right now. But so, like Tesla's been in these unrealistic PE ranges for like a decade. So nobody's cared yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not make sense, but again, using the old axiom, the market can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent. So, you know what? Just roll with it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
One of those stocks, but I'll tell you this much: it will be on my list. It's a good one to trade, and I like the pre-market today. Pre-market looks very clean. Let's hope that continues.
We don't talk fundamentals here very much, but yeah, it is fascinating when you look at PEs like Nvidia, right? Biggest publicly traded company on the planet and that the planet's ever seen. PE used to be a measure of is it overpriced or not. Its PE is literally a tenth, 10% of what Tesla's is. Sorry, it's 36.7 right now, the PE on Nvidia, as opposed to 364.7 on Tesla. So, yeah, does it make any sense? Absolutely not. Like,
Yeah.
there's not many measures you can put to Tesla to say it's worth the valuation, but the fans will say, "Oh, it's all about the robotics and the future and the data and all that stuff." And okay, but again, traditional measures say it doesn't make any sense. So, but we don't care. Look, the price is the price, right? The market's always right.
That is true.
Yeah.
Tesla this morning on the list. We'll be adding it to my list as well, so it's on there. And then I see you guys mentioning CoreWeave. So I see Yama in chat mentioning CoreWeave. It's also on here. CRWV. We'll take a quick look at that one. Then we'll hop around a little bit towards the bottom of the list and see what else is on there. Right now, CoreWeave up 5.8. I know they had a lot of movement a couple of days ago. They gapped down pretty significant here and looking to recover. So right now up 6%, 1.4 million shares traded. This stock can trade very well. So I do like watching them. They look good this morning. A lot of stuff looks good this morning. And they actually traded very well yesterday. And I missed an opportunity on this one. But if you look yesterday out of the gates, it's not a whole lot that actually took off and actually ran and gave you the continuation, right? That's the problem we've been having with this market, with the uncertainty and everything else going on. But this one did. This one ran pretty nice, and it kept going, and it gave you even a beautiful double bottom reversal here if you were paying attention to the 5-minute. Came up here and even gave you a nice VWAP breakout. Again, tough to trade this when everything else was going sideways for like the first hour and a half or so. But this was one of the stocks that actually traded very clean. So I will be watching them today again, Peter. Not sure if you liked them this morning. What's your thoughts?
They do have some news, so I like that. They've signed a deal with a company called Perplexity, a multi-year deal to run AI next generation cloud powered by Nvidia GB200s, which are their big powerhouse chipset. So, anyways, they are again they got Nvidia into the press release. Carlos, like they're all doing the smart thing today, right? They could have just said
Yeah.
they signed a multi-year deal to run an AI, powered cloud, but instead they had to put in that they're running it on NVIDIA GB200 and NVL72 chipsets. So, they're catching on here. They're just throwing the keywords in there. You might as well, right? You got to get the algos catching your news articles.
Yeah.
So, good news for
Yeah.
CoreWeave. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, it looks okay. It looks pretty good. 1.5 million, 1.5 million shares here traded here so far this morning. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. Will be on deck for me on my list here, my primary list. All right, Peter, I'm going to stop here. So tons of stuff here on
We
the
got lots of
gap up
stuff.
list. Anything else you like? I see there's some quantum stuff towards the bottom,
Yeah.
some more tech stuff. You got MU and some other ones. Anything else you like off this list?
I'll just mention a couple of earnings so people have awareness. None of these have good volume, so I don't think they're good targets with everything else happening. But CrowdStrike, CRWD, had earnings after the close yesterday, beat their numbers. They're gapping up a little bit, not enough to make it on our list, either in vol. Well, they just made the volume, but they're not up percentage-wise, so that's why they're not there. Box dot Inc. Anyways, Box Inc. Had earnings. They beat their numbers after the close. Ross Stores, ROST, also had earnings after the close and beat their numbers, also gapping up green. This morning, we had earnings on a couple of companies like BBWI, which is Bath and Body Works. Remember, we had a lot of retail over the last couple of days. Here's another retail one, beat their numbers, gapping up green. No volume here this morning to mention. So I just look, there's a couple of earnings on some other stuff. I guess I can mention them on the gap down because they typically gap down. But from a gap up perspective, Carlos, I like PLTR. PLTR traded really well yesterday. I actually got a good short from the high of day later in the day. This was around noon, I think, or something. It actually didn't end up moving all that much, and by the close was back up to the highs. But Yeah, it was 1 o'clock. Sorry, around 1:30 when it hit its high of day. But if you look at PLTR yesterday, it did the spike higher, and then it moved from the high of day right to a low of day, from the low of day right back up to a new high of day. Like it really gave some moves, and there were opportunities, right? If you, depending on your strategy and if you were positioned right. So I think, with everything going on, PLTR is obviously in the thick of it from a business perspective. War is good for Palantir. And their stock is reflecting that with some increased volume and increased movement. So I like that for today. We already mentioned Tesla. It's got to stay on the list. And of course, we mentioned Nvidia. By the way, love Nvidia chips. We're powered by Nvidia chips here. Put us on the algos, please. Uh, but it's also a decent trading stock. I mean, the semiconductor hasn't been that good the last couple of days. Yesterday, Nvidia was not pretty. I didn't like the way it moved. I didn't like the way any of them moved. AMD, Micron, Nvidia, they were all pretty ugly, to be honest. So I'm hoping that maybe they'll get back to their usual tradable selves. So we'll see what happens today. But they are gapping up, so at least there's something.
Yeah.
Microsoft, by the way, yesterday, another one that I was watching quite a bit was Microsoft. Great move yesterday on Microsoft. Look at that. I mean, look at your 5-minute chart. That's with just some great. Microsoft's such a funny one, isn't it? Because it can get these like this. You're looking at a fantastic move, but you just never know. Like if you try and trade it regularly or watch it regularly, the start of these moves, they all look the same. Unfortunately, 2/3 of them fail. It's the whatever I'm guessing here, whether it's a third or a quarter, but there's only a few of them that take off, and you look afterwards, you go, oh my God, I miss Microsoft. But you know what? You could spend a lot of time getting caught in chop trying to catch one of these moves day after day after day. So, anyways, Microsoft's a funny animal that way.
Yeah, it sure is. This is why I know people that like Microsoft. They watch it all the time, right? They always have it on deck in case something is gonna take off there.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this one. Is the fun over on Battalion BATL? We're taking a nice little dive here
Yes.
of 33% at the moment, 34 now. 4 million shares traded. If you guys remember, this is the one that went insane. It went all the way up to like 35, 30, and then was up a lot yesterday and the day before as well, as far as trading. But today, back down to 18 from this pre-market high of 26 already. Hard to borrow, so you can short it. And you're seeing the nice drop here coming back to reality, Peter.
Yeah. So, yeah, the higher they fly, the harder they fall. However, Battalion, they swept into action pretty quickly. Can you guess, Carlos, what they've done? What their announcement is? What do companies do when their stock price often just shoots higher?
Oh, they're doing a split or they're doing a offering.
There you go. They quickly ran in to make a secondary offering. They're issuing
There you
another
go.
2.7 million shares. They've got an offer. Clearly, they put this together a couple of days ago because that offering price is at $5.50, which obviously is hugely discounted over the $27 closing price of the stock yesterday. So it's a great deal for those that got in that offering. But yeah, it's going to drag the price down. They don't care. Right? I mean,
Oh yeah.
they're bringing in an extra 10, 15 million bucks out of this. So they swept in quickly, right? To sort of let's put some more shares out there. So I always, it makes me laugh when companies do that. I mean, it makes sense. Why not?
Yeah,
Right?
makes
Like you
sense.
got
Yeah.
to take advantage of it when you can. So here they are. They're
I
taking advantage.
mean, you went from 0 to 35, and now you're down to 18. Why not? I mean, you basically
Yeah.
were at $2, whatever this was. So yeah, makes sense. Good for them.
Yep. There you go.
Not really tradable and not fun. This catalyst normally does not day trade very well. And the fact that you can't even short it, it just doesn't even add it. Makes sense to put on our list. Let's continue, friends. From the gap down, we got GTLB is the name of the ticker, GTLB. This is GitLab, and we see these guys probably 3 or 4 times a year on earnings. I'm assuming it's earnings, but I see
Yes.
the spikes here after hours, Peter. So we got some action there.
You are correct. They did have earnings after the close yesterday. It was one of the ones that we were watching. They beat their numbers. They had a good quarter. However, their forward-looking guidance was lower than expected, and their analysts are actually pretty concerned. So a number of analysts are cutting, basically downgraded them, and cut their price targets. Quite heavily, actually. So that's mainly what's dragging them is that concern over their forecast. And as you can see, from a daily, they're sitting right at the bottom end of this this big downward spiral they've been in for the last 16 months. So yeah, this actually could be an ugly day for GitLab if they drop below the what's the low here? It's not very far. Basically 23.50. They just have to go down another 40, 50 cents from where they currently are, and yeah, they'll be in trouble. So let's see what happens with it. I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to be tradable, but I like its positioning. I like where it sort of sits on the daily because if we see weakness, it could get very ugly for GitLab. So
Yeah. Yep. Are you gonna have this on your list, Peter? Is this one you
I'm
like,
going
or?
to put it on a secondary, but it's going to be just a casual watch for now. There's so many other interesting things here this morning that the volume. It's a million shares, but it's a million and like I'm watching it right now. I'm not seeing barely any shares trade hands, so it doesn't feel very active, which is problematic, especially when you look at other things like how about VCIG. Anyways, which is active like crazy. By the way, it hit over $32 now while we were talking. So
Wow. It
it's just crazy.
just crazy. Yeah, look at it go.
Yeah.
As high as 33.30 so far this morning,
Yeah.
and no signs of slowing down yet. Let's see what it does here if it can stay above this 25 level that it's kind of making here. So let's see. Let's see what happens. But man, it is on fire. All right. What else? ANF is next. Crombie and Fitch, and again, these retail companies like Ross and all of those, they're not really great day trading tickers. No, let me back up. That's not actually a fact. They're not great for my strategy in the way I trade, right? They could be great day trading stuff depending on how you trade. For me, these retail companies are not, Peter. I mean, I usually never put them on the list. This is one here today. We're getting a little bit of action. Looks like earnings down 6%, 308,000 shares traded. Who wears a Crombie and Fitch? Is this a thing? I had a couple of shares, but it's not a store I run to. I might run to any store really, but it's that one that I run to, Peter, to pick up stuff. So what's the latest and greatest?
Well, they had earnings this morning. Mixed picture. They actually met their revenue pretty much right on, and they beat bottom line. So the earnings were pretty good. However, they made mention of some concerns for their 2026 fiscal year numbers that they're pretty low growth. They're still growing, but pretty low. Their margins are being pressured with the tariffs. We haven't heard companies talk about tariffs. I guess there's so many other things going on. So, bottom line, they're saying some headwinds here. We're not sure what the next year is going to look like. Probably not going to be all that great. So that's why it's gapping down. ANF, I think it doesn't matter what they say. However, I think it's always gapped down on earnings, even when they've had great earnings. It feels like I can't actually attest to this, but it just feels to me like every time they've had earnings, this thing has gapped down. But maybe not. I'm seeing back here in November. Well, I don't know what caused this gap higher, so maybe that was earnings and they did gap up. In any event, yeah, not retail's really hard to trade. They just don't day trade. People don't like it the way they like tech. So
Yep. Yep, agreed. All right. Let's move on here, guys. The pre-market action though, pretty active for a retail company at the moment. So if you like that, I think there could be some opportunities there. All right, let's look a few more in the gap down, and then we'll head over to what you like, Peter. CRGY. Let's do this last one because I don't see a lot of hope on the other ones here. So let's do CRGY. This is energy, Crescent Energy. We are down here 6%, 2.4 million shares traded. I do see Oxy as well, which is again a couple of energy plays going lower today. Looks like, Peter. So a little bit to downside this morning. So again, I don't really like these. Maybe Oxy could be something to trade. It did move decent yesterday. So we did get a little bit of move there, but again, not anything spectacular.
Yeah, CRGY also is issuing a secondary, taking advantage of the recent
Mm.
stock pop to try and capitalize on a $600 million placement. So, yeah, not the type of stuff we like to trade.
Yeah, I don't like that. Peter, as far as the gap down this morning, anything else on here or earnings that are down this morning?
No, we managed to get pretty much all the earnings that I was watching already covered. Gapping down. Well, look, maybe Apple's back to its old tricks. It is actually gapping down where most of the rest of the market is moving higher. Most of the Magnificent Seven are up, whereas Apple's down. So that's the way it had been working. It had joined the pack over the last couple of days, but maybe it's again going back to its habit. The other one that I noticed that's gone from red to green to red while we've been talking here this morning, Carlos, is Netflix. Netflix was trying. I thought it was trying to get over 100 yesterday. It was like heading that way. You remember it was at 100, and then all the uncertainty over their acquisition of Warner Brothers, which is now dead and defunct. They're not buying it anymore. Yeah, happened anyways. But they are gapping down just marginally. But Netflix, yeah, the volume it sort of spiked on Friday, I guess, with news of the death of the deal, and the volume's been sliding off pretty heavily. So probably not our biggest tradable opportunity, but it's going in that downward direction. That's about it. I think we've talked about everything else. There's some things I like. I like CoreWeave this morning. Uh, just the popcorn stock. Yeah, the VCIG's got to be on there as a popcorn stock.
Yeah.
GitLab maybe again. Still don't love the volume, but we got to see what happens when the opening bell rings. And yeah, then some of the usual suspects: Nvidia, Tesla. I think they're. I think we got a decent list today.
Yeah, I haven't put Nvidia on my list yet. Let's see. As far as
Uh-oh.
uh, semis, what happened, Peter? You good?
Oh no, GitLab just dropped below that 2350 I was talking about.
Mm.
So don't do it yet. Do it after the
Yeah, it's
market
it's
opens.
it's moving. It actually looks. It might make our primary list, man. It looks interesting. The data looks very good too. Like if you look at the data, I like the way this support's about to lose here. But you're right. I don't want to. Hopefully, it can wait for us. But it does look good. As far as chips,
Yeah.
Nvidia chips and AMD, I'm not sure which one to take today. Let's look at MU. They all look pretty much the same. MU looks clean. I'm gonna go with MU again today. I've been watching MU a lot, but I'm gonna go with MU, and I'll add Nvidia, of course, to the secondary list. We always watch Nvidia. Even on the secondary list, we'll keep a close eye on it. But I think MU is going to be the one that makes my list this morning, the primary. All right, friends, let's go to you guys. Let's see what you guys like this morning. We'll start here in chat. VCGI, what is it doing here? VCGI, IG, excuse me, VCIG. It did. It's trying to hold 24 now, so it is coming back up here. Again, very wild price action, low flow. Be extremely cautious on
Hmm.
this one.
Yeah, this one's crazy. Carlos,
Yeah, but yeah.
I'll be right back. Sorry, my apologies. One sec.
No worries, man. Go for it. So be careful if you are day trading this in the pre-market right now. Be extremely cautious. CRCL, Circle of Internet. What do we have here? The last couple of days, we've been getting some pretty nice moves. Green, green, green. Looks like even the gap down becomes green. So they've been moving higher, increase in volumes. Very interesting daily that we're seeing here. I just want to go back and check the intraday action. Here's yesterday. And that actually traded better than most stuff we had. If you guys remember, yesterday was just, again, we spoke about a few that were good, PLTR, CoreWeave, Microsoft, but the majority of stuff was messy. It was very, very choppy, very difficult. But Circle of Internet seems to continue trading decent in the intraday action. You know what? Maybe we add this one to the list here. I got Coin Tesla, CoreWeave, MU, Circle of Internet. It's got some volume. We're up 3.4. Yeah, why not? Circle of Internet. We'll have to check the spread. How's the spread been? If you've been watching, has the spread been okay? Because I recall this one when it was at a higher price at that 200, 220. The spread was a little funky. So I don't know if that's calmed down a little bit. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Right now, spread is only 15, 30 cents. But again, that's going to get better after the market opens. So we'll keep a lookout for that. We did talk about PLTR, and I noticed it's not on my list. I want to have PLTR on my list. So you know what? Circle of Internet, you might get bumped. So yes, thank you for bringing it back up. PLTR was nice. CoreWeave also was nice. I prefer PLTR a little bit better than CoreWeave, me personally, but I think CoreWeave does belong in a secondary list as well, right? So again, so many good options today, and not everything sitting on tech, which is nice. It's nice to have other options here, so that's pretty good for the most part. All right, let's take a look. MobX, what is this? MOBX this morning. Penny stock. So I don't really trade these penny type stocks that go from like 50 cents into a dollar and get the volume. They're a different animal. They are tradable. You could trade this stuff. There is a market for it. There are some strategies for it. But for me, again, this is just not my cup of tea, man. So it is in play. Clearly, that yesterday had a big day. Today's up 7% with 115 million shares traded. But again, this just doesn't fit our style of trading. AAOI, we had it on the list not so long ago. Their daily has been very active, as you can see here. For the most part today, up 6.3, 545,000. You know, it could be in play. I gotta say, it could be in play today as well. It is on SSR because of the drop on the daily here. I'm not sure. I got way too many on my list. Who can we drop off here? I got Coin. I got Hood. Maybe nah. I like my list, guys. I can't fit this one. I can't fit any more actually. But this is a good one. I think it has potential. I really like the daily more than the pre-market itself right now. But the daily looks really interesting. So keep an eye on it, guys, in the chat. And if you guys see something great, definitely let us know. Hood is being mentioned. Yes, I got Hood on my list. It looks like it's trying to break. Let's take a look. Yeah, Hood and Coin both look very good today. The only reason I have Hood on my secondary list is because I like Coin a little bit better, but same situation. A lot of the crypto stuff moving higher. But if you look at Coin, I like the way they have broken out here already on the daily. But Hood, same situation, looking pretty nice, and you're getting some action right now, up 5.8, 1.3 million. They're both really good, actually. Cannot go wrong. Bad L, we did look at a little bit earlier, Simon. This thing, the fun is over. Party is over for right now. They're doing a secondary offering, which is not good for the price of the stock right now. So you're seeing this action drop. Great for the company. But as far as us trading it, I can even short it. Even if I want to watch it, I can short it with Interactive Brokers. We do have no shares for sure. So that's going to keep it off my list. And even then, I mean, be very careful, right, with this one. All right, friends, that's it for me. Coin, Tesla, CoreWeave, MU, PLTR, and there's so much more on this gappers list brought to you by TradingTerminal.com. I mean, there's a lot today, which is nice. It's nice to see this, and I'm really hoping that today we get a great day. We even talk about quantum. There's quantum down here. QBT's on there. We got silver. I mean, there's just a ton. Rigetti. Let's take a look at Rigetti, actually, before we go to our community events announcement. I see Peter is back. Rigetti. Up 2.1, 1.1 million shares traded. It's kind of stuck though. Pretty stuck here as far as movement. So maybe today's the day. Maybe today's the day where things start breaking out. Can give us some opportunities. QBT, we know we had some action on that a couple of days ago, but right now, yeah, it just looks messy. I really like what I have this morning. All right, Peter. If you're good to go, let's head over to bearwithtraders.com and go to our webinars. Okay. Do you need me to go through it?
No, I could do it, but we're just we're suffering over here. I've been putting a brave face on this morning, but so last night my wife prepped some fajitas and then I was cooking them, right? So I was frying them up and everything. She just spiced it and everything, and then she's got a workout training session in the evenings on Tuesdays. Anyways, I was cooking. It smelled delicious. It was great. She got back. I make myself a beautiful fajita. And I chomped through the first one, and it was absolutely fantastic. And then my head exploded. Like she put I swear to God that the cayenne pepper must have slipped in her hand or something. Now, my wife can handle the heat. But I'm just a poor little white guy. My head was sweating. Like my mouth felt like it was on fire. I literally went to the fridge. I got some yogurt, and I was just sucking on yogurt, like just trying to cool everything off. It hurt so much, and it's hurt all night, and apparently it's not done with the hurt. So, anyways, now since we share so much, you're welcome, everybody. You needed to know all this, but it was. I'm telling you, like they were delicious, but oh my goodness, it hurt me.
Yeah,
it hurt me.
It's hurting Peter.
I've got
Yeah.
leftovers if anybody wants them, because I don't think I can touch them. So she thought they were a
Party at
little
Peter's
hot, but
house. Yeah.
she didn't think they were that bad. So, oh my goodness, I swear to God, I thought I was gonna die. I haven't had anything that spicy in a little while. So you're
Yeah.
welcome, everybody. So there you go. That's the information you need to know for your trading day. All right, let's get to what's happening in the community with other people that are surviving better. It's Wednesday, which means it's Wisdom Wednesday. We focus on psychology, and as usual, we've got some great activity for you. Dr. Vanessa Williams is going to be with us. Dr. Vanessa Charlin, I mean to say. Sorry, I don't know where that Williams came from. Dr. Vanessa Charlin is
You're
going to
thinking
be
of
with us at noon
the tennis player you're thinking about there.
maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe,
it's just
yeah.
automatically Vanessa Williams. Just
I guess. Oh, it's Venus. That would be Venus, wouldn't it? But anyways,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. Yeah, it came out. Dr. V, our Dr. V, is going to be here anyways. And noon, she's going to be talking with our elite members in the webinar room on futures if you want to join her for that. And then, of course, tonight we've got our signature event. Dr. Kenneth Reed is going to be back with us talking about how to face the long game and how to play the long game in trading. That's at 8 p.m. tonight. Hopefully you'll join us for that. It's always a good event, once again, in the webinar room for our elite members. If you want to be a member and join these webinars and take advantage of the chat room and all the fun that we have all day, let alone the profitable trading activities. By the way, yesterday in the chat room, so much good advice. Like, people were pointing out stocks. I don't know. I got half the stuff I was looking at is because people were pointing them out. PLTR, I came back to early afternoon because our chat room was reminding me of it, and it positioned me for a good trade there. So I really appreciate everybody and the work that they do in the chat room, just being part of it. So Raf is posting a picture of Vanessa Williams. Okay, so there is someone called Vanessa Williams. Lovely woman. All right. Anyways, if you want to join, just go to bearabletraders.com, scroll down to the bottom. You can see the different membership options from the intro right through the elite annual, and you can take advantage of that. Carlos, if we can scroll right down to the bottom and we can maybe see
Yes,
there we go.
we can. We can.
All right. He was reading something intently. He looked like me when I'm reading something and I get that blank look on my face.
Yeah, I was deep in thought, man. I was like, really? This is happening? But yeah.
That's all right. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, there's a whole conversation going on now about Vanessa Williams. That's all my fault. So, all right. Well, anyways. There you go. Anyways, there's our membership options from the intro to the elite annual. Pick the one that's right for you. And hopefully you can be part of that trading community. Carlos, why don't we set some levels on a couple of things? We got about just over 7 minutes anyways to the open. So mods, get your list in to the chat room. If we have time, I'll let everybody know what you're watching.
Yep, absolutely. Friends, let's jump right to it. And if you haven't done so, friends over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. We're sitting at 175 likes. We got 842 amazing people watching. So thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys. But yeah, just slide over and hit that thumbs up and help us out. Really appreciate it. All right, friends. Let's take a look here, and we'll start with coin. Let's start with coin. My list. I like my list today a lot. Let's hope that it actually delivers. Let's start with coin this morning. Coin right now, high of the pre-market at the moment. We're sitting at 196.50. So we'll slam one there. Towards the bottom, another one at 189.97. So that's your highs and your lows. I really like this daily. Towards the bottom, you're set, guys. Highs and lows for the last 2 trading days, previous day close. I mean, just a bunch of stuff in there. I don't think you really need to add anything more. And more interesting is the stuff towards the top if we're able to continue. So right here, you got a clear level at 207. You have another one up around 213, and it's going to go to the left to see if there's anything between that high of the pre-market 196.50 to that 207. I would like to find something midpoint there if we have it, and looks like we do. Right over here is going to be 203.23, 203.23. Good spot there for coin. And again, I really like the way this one is looking today. You also can look at Hood, Mara. There's a bunch of them this morning that are looking pretty nice so far. Let's head over to Tesla. Tesla stuck between their highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. Pre-market actions got some good volume. We're up almost just under 2% here. 402 is the high of the pre-market. And once you do that, you can see that you pretty much cover towards the bottom as well. And even a level towards the top from the last 2 trading days. Highs and lows, right? So pretty good job there. Another level, just in case we can break out of this range. I mean, if we can go this entire range, from 2 days ago, I'm very happy. I'm very happy if we could do that. But yesterday we had a very tough time doing that. But here it is. Let's mark 407.77. Let's do that there, and then another level. You could do both. People ask me, hey, do you want to do the wicks of the body? You can actually do both, and I usually prefer to get the one closest to the price action. So I'm gonna go with 411.63, but you can also do 414.85. You see that? So you got your day, a couple of days closing in here, all the way back to the beginning of February, and you also have these wicks as well. So you can have both. Let me go ahead and mute Andrew. Andrew's good morning. How are you, sir? Excellent.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're live.
Okay, you guys couldn't hear Andrew there, but he was telling us about Brian, which I did not know what was the situation, but there it is. So, all right, show the surgery. That's good. I thought it was something worse, Peter, when he mentioned it in chat. Yes. So Brian's
what
going
happened? I didn't catch it.
Yeah, so Brian is getting
What
shoulder surgery. He texted us yesterday. He's not going to be out today. So today's his surgery. He's going to be out today. He's getting shoulder surgery, and it's going to be like a long recovery. Right, so I just found out about it now when Andrew was mentioning. I had no idea, but when he put in chat, "Hey, I'm going for surgery," it's always, do I ask him what's wrong? Do I not? You'll kind of have the privacy or not. But I'm glad it's something not too serious. It looks like the recovery can be intense. So
a couple things in the market just dropped. Yeah. Semiconductors, Google, Nvidia, AMD, Google all just dropped pretty heavy. Yeah. Anyways, all right, let's.
All right, so there we are. So we left off with Tesla here, friends. We got some levels. We're all set there. We talk about the body or the wicks. You can pick your which one makes sense for you. I like to pick the one that's closer to the price action if I'm going to decide that. But you can have both. There's no reason why you cannot. All right, let's continue with our next one here is CoreWeave, CRWV. So we got just above 3 minutes to the market open, so we'll be ready for that in a second here. CoreWeave, high of the pre-market, 78.65. The low is stuck between the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. Towards the top, we are going to mark down this area here. 84.25 is good. And I think that's all you really need for right now. Towards the bottom, if you do drop here, go back on that previous day close. We got 68.14. Let's do MU. MU at the moment, remove some of our previous levels on here. We're just kind of in between the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. I'm just going to mark down the high of the pre-market. By the way, MU's intraday action pre-market action looks very good. Very, very clean. If you take a look at it on the 5-minute, 395.50 is the top, and the low is all the way down at 373.50 for MU. So looking pretty good there towards the top, highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. Looking forward to that one as well. And then last but not least is going to be PLTR, which again looking very nice on this daily here, guys. High of the pre-market 150 on the dot, so we'll mark that there towards the bottom. The low is just below the previous day close at 146. It's a really good range throughout the pre-market session there. And then down here, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. They did miss. It's kind of this area here, not a big level, 143.30. I'm going to mark that down. And then towards the top, in case we do get going, 151.11 is the best level I see. There might be something else between there and the high of the pre-market, but 155.11 is the best one I see right now. We can always look for something better a little bit later. All right, friends, that's what we have. Peter, a quick snapshot of what our friends are looking at over in the chat, and then we'll get going.
Yeah, well, Andrew is going to be watching Nvidia, AMD, PLTR, and Tesla. So he's sticking with a lot of the usuals. The rest of the group, well, they're watching things from MSTR to CoreWeave to PLTR. I'm going to be keeping an eye on VCIG just for fun. We've also have Circle of Internet, CRCL, that Megan's watching. She's also watching Meta. We've got a firm on Eamon's list. And that's about it. That covers it. Everyone else is watching a variation of those. So whatever you watch, be smart with it. We've got 1 minute to the market open. And I want to make sure that, don't jump into anything too fast. Nvidia here. What the heck is going on? Nvidia is really selling off $2 in the last 3 minutes. So a little bit of a drop here as we head towards the market open. So let's see what happens, guys. Be careful. We're still in a high degree of uncertainty. If you look at the volatility index, it's still pretty high. Yesterday, it sort of spiked to a high. It's down a little bit so far this morning, but still in the very high range. So just be careful with whatever you're trading.
Absolutely, friends. All
All
right, let's
right.
get everything set here.
Yeah. I gotta
15
click the thumbs
seconds.
up. Thumbs up
I
here.
did. I
Okay.
did click thumbs up today too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
I'm gonna try to get a 400 quickly. As soon as we get a 400, we'll do our funded account right away. We won't even wait. But here, first and foremost, is the bell. Nvidia is interesting, guys.
All
Very,
right.
very interesting. Always dropping
Tesla
here.
dropping heavy here, right at the open.
Eyes on Nvidia. Coin, wow, coin popping off quickly on the run, guys. Up $2-3 already. That is beautiful. Anton Nature, welcome to Lambos and Garbage Truck family, my friend. Great to have you. Thank you for joining the team. Wow, coin is doing his thing.
You're watching
Doing
coin.
his thing. Yeah, it's
Is this going to be one of those stocks, the VCIG? Is this going to be one of those stocks that the second the opening bell rings, all the fun is over, and it's just going to die?
yeah, with that catalyst, I'm not sure, but I don't know. I don't know. Actually, no, this is not. They're not doing a second offering, right? Are they? I don't think that's the catalyst. No, this is different. We'll have to see.
No, this one was.
Yeah, this is not the one. Yeah,
They did issue a secondary, but
yeah.
no, was it them? No, it was Battle. That I
No,
was
it's
thinking of.
bad. Yeah, it was bad
Second.
Battalion.
Yeah,
Yes, that's a different one. Yeah.
yeah.
El Patron. Yeah, see, market open trading on this one is going to be tough. There it is, halted already. Like if you made your money in the pre-market, which usually happens, pre-market trades great. Just wait for a little bit later. It might find a base and actually, if it's going to be
Carlos,
strong, it might get going. Yeah, Peter?
I just got to follow my gut on these things sometimes. I really wanted to go long on Tesla, and when Tesla spiked at the open, I was actually going to take a risky long below VWAP down at 396, and I just wasn't so certain. Now it's pushing 399. It didn't jump as high as I thought. I thought it was about to jump over 400, but because I think if it gets over 400, we've got a good run, a lot higher.
Oh,
So
that's
see
a
what
nice
happens.
pop. Careful with your risk management on this one, guys. It can
stuck
move.
Here.
Yeah, it can move, so careful.
And it could drop really fast, so just be careful here. What is the I gotta pull up the Atlas. Keep forgetting to set it up sometimes at the open because I'm looking.
A lot of good 1 minute ORBs, breakouts. So that's good.
Nvidia. Andrew's going with PLTR this morning. Oh, see, there's Tesla. Darn it!
Yeah, Tesla.
I knew it.
And this is gone,
in honor
man.
of Brian. I knew it.
Yeah.
Did I do anything about it? No. Look at that. There's the Tesla move. 402 now.
Yeah.
Oh, darn it.
PLTR is another one that looks interesting. Wow, Tesla, man. That is beautiful. And it had a nice 1 minute engulfing too. Like, this is a really nice candle, guys. Really nice candle. And it just happened so fast. I didn't really... I missed it. Missed it.
Carlos, I should have... Well, just... What does the sign say, Carlos?
We all know what the sign says.
Come on, man.
We know what
it
says.
Take the trade. Anyways, all right. Anton Nature, welcome to Lambos and Garbage Trucks. Good to have you.
Yeah.
Oh, so I hope somebody please tell me out there, some of you took Tesla. I want to know. Some of you are smarter than I am. You guys are watching different things. Netflix is moving higher. We did mention Netflix earlier as well. ASTS. GoFly, you got it? Good. Kiwi, oh my, I can't even say that. Too many vowels going on there. You did anyways. A bunch of you took it. All right, good. A bunch of you are smart. Don't listen to me. Do as I say, not as I do. All right. Yeah, ASTS, I see
That's what
that
it is.
popped a little bit higher. We got a few things that are popping higher here. So PLTR is moving higher now. Oh, we got a
Oh,
lot of stuff that's
fumbling.
popping. I'm still just upset
Fumbling.
over failing to take Tesla. Yikes, yikes, yikes.
Oh,
Andrew's got success on his PLTR trade. Look questionable to me, but he got it to work. So as he always does, almost always does. So Nvidia
wow.
also. Nvidia bounced right
Yeah.
off the previous day close, and look at that, back up to the consolidation area it was at pre-market. So there's another
If
good
you
move.
if you go back and look at the replay around this time, you're gonna see my face look down quickly to say what the heck happened because I tried to go long here and my montage was locked. I didn't see the triangle. So I hit it and
Uh,
the triangle didn't show. So you go
uh,
back, you look at my face, you're saying, what the hell's happening to Carlos? That's what's happening. I look down quick, I'm like, why didn't a triangle show up? And the montage was locked. So
oh no.
I got in a nice VWAP breakout here. Wow. Can't
On
make this
which one?
stuff
On
up.
Nvidia or PLTR?
NVIDIA. No, NVIDIA would have been here. NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I see. That's sort of one of your trades. That
That's
makes
the
sense.
trade, man. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's see if we can get the continuation because that's been the problem, right? We had a partial here. Our stop would have been pretty much
Yeah,
around this
the
area. Let's see if it can actually go because that's been the big issue, man. Actually getting it to
this is
give you
a
that continuation.
exactly. And look at the SPY right now. If you look at the SPY on a 1 minute, that
Oh, that's
pullback,
ugly.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's ugly. So careful if you're in a long right now. I mean, it could still go like PLTR still looks good. It didn't even
yeah,
react when the market dropped right there.
yeah.
But Nvidia did, Tesla did,
Mm-hmm.
Apple reacted very heavy. So we'll just see what happens here. Suddenly the perspective has soured very quickly in the last 90 seconds.
Ah, El Patron says he saw that. Yeah, no, it was shocking. Well, I looked down. I thought I hit the wrong button at first, and I see the montage was locked. Oh man, that's so funny. But
It's you
we'll make
laugh
this
so you
stuff
don't
up.
cry, right, Carlos?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Wow, Spies trying to break lower, breaking lower actually, and it's gonna start putting some pressure in these tickers. I actually want to go green. Like if you look at all these tickers, they are up nicely in the green. Tesla, coin up 10%, continuing here. CoreWeave dropping below the VWAP. Montage is always locked. Always locked when I'm doing pre-market show. You don't know how many times I by mistake hit like when I'm putting my list together. I'm hitting so many stuff here, by the way. I'm running that show. I'm hitting all kinds of stuff. You know how many times I've done like a shift Q when I'm typing the tickers, and shift Q is a hotkey, right? So you don't wanna have that unlocked and get into a trade in error. And then I unlock it before after the bell. So yeah, so montage always locked when I'm not trading.
Mm.
Safety first. All right, MU getting back above the VWAP. PLTR is gonna go 152 coming up. PLTR is going big orders, guys, on PLTR at 152. So if you look at the Atlas, you got some nice orders up there, 15,000 or something. So let's see if he wants to go pick that up. There's no pressure really towards the bottom. I think the only reason why it's hesitating, not the only reason, who knows, but
Mm.
potentially the market is putting a lot of pressure to the bottom. PTR comes to the bottom. PTR coming back from double bottom is going to 160 at least. Yeah, it's strong today, man. It really is. And I gotta say, man, this man's ability to find the one, Peter, Andrew's ability to find the one is impressive. Out of all the stuff here that we have, he finds PLTR, and it's the one that's running so nicely today. So just really, really nice. And you see that there. He's about to get a fill. Actually, let me show you guys. This is the access you get if you join BBT. You're going to get filled at 152. He also has Atlas up here. There it is, 16,000 shares. Starting to dig into it. So Atlas will give you. So you see that digging in slowly, and there's just nothing down here. So let's see. Should break through here pretty nicely. There's no reason. Even with the SPY showing weakness, PLTR is doing really, really nice right here. All right, let's see. Andrew's installing things while trading. Goodness. Don't install stuff, man. Leave that alone. Do that later. You don't want the computer to act up on you. Don't be installing things, man.
Blink if I'm kidnapped. Sorry, I'm so upset about this Tesla trade. It worked exactly as I anticipated. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? I still struggle on this open. It's amazing when you get into a trading range, like a zone. Like my trades that are my signature, they're so easy, right? Like I can identify them. I have confidence in them. I really, really struggle at the open. And it just bothers me. I don't understand. Anyways, Andrew's still trading PLTR. He's and it's going great. Andrew's he's just such a smart guy. Keeps it simple. Literally has made millions off of this one approach, and I love it. Love it. I just wish I could be as calm and confident with these open things.
Yeah. So. Coin. It's a lot of stuff coming towards the VWAP. And if the SPY goes red, it can give us a good VWAP breakout. Tesla looks good. Coin is coming up to it as well. So let's see. I'm watching the SPY. See if it can. It's touching the previous day close right now, the SPY. And if it goes red, I think that there might be some good opportunities for some good VWAP breakdowns. I like Coin and I like Tesla. Both really nice right here. So let's see if we can get our setup. I will go short on these if we do get our setup. So let's see. Tesla and Coin. We're still at the breakout candle. We need a pullback, and then there it is. SPY dip. Dip is towed below the previous day close. Let's see if Coin can give us anything else looking good like that. No, CoreWeave is gone. MU could be potential. PLTR now getting PLTR. Man, the SPY is the problem. It's too much for PLTR, so giving in here. SPY said, bend the knee, and that's what things are doing. They're bending the knee. We got to bend the knee. We need to bend the knee. There's a lot of people bending the knee here. Oh, look at that. But I need him like in a warrior outfit. This looks like plain clothing. I need something like medieval times. Not that.
Oh, look at PLTR drop. Whoa. So.
PLTR couldn't hold it here, man. It's the SPY going red is not helping things. So all right. Wow, Francisco. $10,000. Very nice. Here it is, friends. I'm gonna oh no. We're gonna go short. Yeah, okay. We're going short. Hold on. Hold on. I want to go short. Okay, maybe not. I want to go short Coin. But maybe not. I'm hesitant too today. Oh, it's because SPY went back up. No, I'm not sure on it. Not sure. You took Coin long at the open. Nice. Yeah, there was a lot of good long opportunities here. at the open. Tesla short. Let's take a look. Yeah, my concern right now is what I'm so hesitant is the SPY like is at the previous day close and not really selling off. And if it shoots up, all this stuff is gonna go right to it and stop me out right away. So that's my concern with Tesla and coin right now. That the SPY is holding pretty well for the last couple of minutes. So I don't like that. Let's see what Atlas is doing. So I don't know. I'm concerned a little bit in that situation there. Yeah, I got Atlas pulled up. You want to see something? What do you want to see? I'm to pull up something for you. We could do that. Why is there a 10-minute halt? So they usually do 5, the first one. Then if I think after a couple they might do a 10, and in some cases they might do 15. Like they'll do different times if the thing continues to get halted. So it's different levels depending on how many times the halt is happening, how frequently it's happening. All right, so is let me guess, VCIG is being halted. Is that VCIG? Is that getting? Oh yeah, ooh yeah, halted here, but these are all 5 minutes right now. These are all just 5 minutes, 5 minutes. But yeah, halted twice towards the bottom. Yeah, nothing spectacular there. Oh no! Oh, you just reminded me. Yeah, I got it up, man. I got it up. I do have it up here, and again, we'll see. We'll see where we go here. All right, nothing for me yet,
guys.
but
yeah, I'm still I'm I'm now struggling to find a trade that I like after missing that open. But that's okay. Again, for me, my big trades come later.
yeah.
But again, I guess I say it's okay, but I guess it's not because I am frustrated.
Um, I want my Atlas to look like Andrew's. Why does mine doesn't look like Andrew? I need his to copy his settings. His settings look really good. 5. It does 5. Sorry guys, got distracted here a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't look the same. I don't know why. All right, let's see. Still looking at coin, but I don't think it's gonna drop. I don't think it's just a lot of hesitance. And what did Tesla do? Did Tesla actually drop here? Yeah, see, it's just held too long here. And look at the fake out and then the push up on the SPY. Yeah, exactly. And Tesla actually did break lower. Tesla would have been a better play. Would have stopped us out though. This here above the VWAP would have probably stopped us out, or came very close to. Look at that nice fake out and then the drop on Tesla. Man, that is beautiful. That is nice. Dorian, how do you do on AMD? You did okay? AMD for the win for you. Let's take a look. AMD. Yeah, look at this pop out of nowhere. not HOD, Nvidia. There it is. See, my feeling was right on coin. I was almost short on this. My gut feeling was right so far. This thing is heading the other way. So glad I didn't take that trade. Really hesitated. And there's the reason. Going higher.
Ooh,
You got some orders at 205.
Tesla failed here now.
Yeah. Wow, coin really going the other way. That's nice. That is nice.
Oh, Tesla. Let's zoom in Tesla.
Okay.
No, Tesla looks still. Look at the orders. Tesla looks weak to me. However, it's in
Yeah.
conflict with the order book, and Atlas is showing a lot of orders to the top. So it's a little bit of a risk to take this short. Look how it came back below VWAP, tested and failed again, and now it's just sitting here. It's
Yeah.
Tesla's one though that never counted out, right? This thing could spike $2 up in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It really can. But wow. It looks like it wants to go here, man.
it does, doesn't it?
It looks weak. I mean, I'm not gonna chase it here, but it looks like it wants to go back and test that 394.
I know. I so wanted to take it at 399 short now. The long was what I was getting missing earlier. Now it looks
Yeah.
short, but this one feels like less of a certainty than that long did. So, anyways, I'll
Yeah.
just wait. It's not my trade. I'm just trying to better identify things here.
Yeah.
So Carlos, you haven't traded yet this
Haven't traded
morning?
anything yet, man.
Oh, yeah.
But I gotta say, I would have taken coin. I would have lost money here. I would have probably taken a maybe a partial. Who knows? Maybe not. And I would have been stopped
Look
out. And look
at
at it go the other way. It's nice. It's
And
nice the other way.
and look, here's the other one. Our popcorn stock for the morning. Carlos, we have seen this
Yeah.
so many times, right? All the fun
Yeah.
happened pre-market. Since
Mm-hmm.
the open just 20 minutes ago, it's been halt. We're in a third halt
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the
Halted a couple
morning,
of times. Yeah. Yep.
and it's down. It's half the price it was, 45 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It's down
Yep.
$14, and it looks like based on the imbalance, it's likely to
It's
reopen.
gonna
Well,
go
actually, the
lower.
reopening
Yeah.
prices. Yeah, oh my goodness. It's actually looking pretty bad here. The ask is below the closing price here. So
Mm.
if it reopens here, yeah, it's going to reopen pretty much right where it closed at 1460. There, okay, so there
There
it
it
is
is open.
reopening.
Yep.
$15 was where it reopened. So it reopened a little higher than I expected, but let's see if it can hold it. This could get ugly. What's the upside is 1650, downside halt is 1350. So we got a $3 range.
Yeah, showing some life, but again, you can't trust these things. They're
No,
so wild.
no.
They're showing a little bit of
Bottom could
life
drop.
here. And I doubt this would last long.
17. Yeah, the level up is now $17.
All right, let's see. What a turnaround on coin, guys. What a turnaround. CoreWeave back above the VWAP here. Lighter volume than the other stuff that I like a little bit more. But you can see CoreWeave now is here. MU, not trading so hot, just back and forth, up and down around the VWAP. Nvidia did drop, recover. Hood took off, similar to Coin. They both just took off here. Um, really nice. Look at Coin going back towards the high of the day. Man, it is on fire. It's looking really nice. More Lambos today.
Andrew's playing PLTR very well. He added to it as it came back below VWAP. Again, the so bold. I guess when you're got a good entry, you can afford to be bold. I think he's still in PLTR. I saw him add because now it's moving back towards the high here. I love Carlos. I just love watching Andrew play these things so well. When he has these good mornings, it's pretty awesome. And oh, look at
yes.
Tesla. We were right on Tesla, Carlos. Look at that.
Yeah. Yep.
Darn it.
It's
Darn it.
it worked
Am I
out
just too
really, really
hesitant?
nice.
I think I have to, you know what I need to do? I think I need to go back into sim, maybe just for the opening hour and start to trade in sim more actively and just get some confidence. Or maybe I just
Yeah.
reduce my size and trade live. Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah,
Sim, I never treated
reduce your
real.
size works. I think that works, right? Because it's hard to go back to sim after you train live. It
I
is
find it
difficult.
hard.
I find it hard. Even like if I want to try a strategy that I know I'm not good at, like reversals, I just rather take a smaller size.
Right.
Like literally, like I don't care. I'll take 5 shares. I'd rather do it live
Right.
than go
Yeah.
back to sim. There's
Yeah.
something about it. I don't know.
I have
And
no problem doing that.
yeah, and it's not good advice. Like I should go back to sim. I don't know. It's just hard. Um, so, uh, yeah, that's part of it too. Yeah, the emotions are not the same. You're right. You're absolutely right. All right, look at Nvidia. Nvidia is below the VWAP here. I'm trying to see if I get a good setup. Okay, so I'm not alone in that. So Demi does the same. A lot of people do the same here. Yeah, it's hard to trade serious on sim. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is. Once you've gone live, it's a little more difficult. Funded account could kind of bridge that gap a little bit, right? Let's see here, Nvidia.
See, look, Tesla.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's
Beautiful. Oh, Carlos. We're
it's
wimps.
nice.
We're
It's
wimps is what
nice.
we
It's
are.
nice.
Oh
It
well.
is nice. Um, Look at CoreWeave as well. Wow, it's no volume. It just came out of nowhere and just got this beautiful pop. Um, you know what? Today was a great day, guys. There was a lot of opportunities. Um, we're not trading well today. We are not trading well. Not because we're losing money. We're not trading well because we're not executing some of our
Yeah.
plays here. We're not
Apparently
executing some of
we've
our
lost our
plays.
boldness. We've got no guts. We're we're
I know.
we're
No
wimps.
cojones. Yeah, man. We're slacking here. Here's Nvidia. Nvidia. If it pulls back, 181.40, I could give it 40 cents. 181.80. The risk to reward is weird on this one though. Like we could get some resistance here, and that's not worth it. We're gonna just come here and go back up. Here it's worth it. 180, very worth it. But let's try it. All right, short Nvidia. Let's see if we get here, fine. We'll be. I gotta be careful. If we don't break this, then we're gonna probably get out of it. Even before our stop at 181.70 is our stop. If we can't break this, we'll get out of it because we want this here. I just think this can be a problem for us. So, let's see. Let's see what the momentum shows here. We're right on the spot where we bounced from before. Let's see if the momentum is good. Let's see if we continue breaking down. The bids are looking good as well. But to make this work, we need lower. We need more on Nvidia. Okay, so we broke that first level of resistance. That's good. Um, Nvidia's doing this on its own too. Like if you look at the SPY is not helping it in this move down. This is of its own doing. But if the SPY can start turning lower and head towards that previous day close, it can assist us in our move down here. If it can do that. But if it goes the other way, like it's trying to do now, it's not. So let's see. Let's see if Nvidia can get to that. 180.32 would be awesome if we can get there. AMD just dropped. Oh, I'm getting out right here. I'm getting out right here because I don't like what the SPY is. What's the SPY doing? Look at the SPY, guys. The SPY's just pushed up pretty aggressive.
Huh.
You see that?
Yeah.
It's a big, big spike there. Nvidia's reacting. News? What news we got at this time? 181.70 is our hard stop. We won't go past that. Oh, wow. This is big. I'm going to get out and find an opportunity the other way. I'm going to get out here. Because this is moving nicely the other way. The war is over already? That was quick. I don't think. You serious? Bruce Willis, 6180. With a name like that, Bruce Willis loved war. This guy's Bruce Willis. Die Hard trilogy was incredible. No? Okay. Yeah, no, this is going to be a long one, I think.
Well, Tesla, like we said, look at that. Look at that pop right back up. $2 and $3 in a matter of seconds.
Or Nvidia. Is this pop going to stick? I'm looking to see if this pop is going to stick. And if it is, we'll try to take something long here. All right, what are we doing? Nvidia. Are we going back to our regular programming? Down? What's the situation here? Nvidia is was that it? PMI numbers? Let me see. What do we have? We have
yeah, sorry. Let's
ISM. Yeah.
PMI did
ISM.
I don't know that. Well, I guess it could have, but let's see here. They came out. I mean, they came out positive. I'll give this is the ISM manufacturing, non-manufacturing. Sorry, orders came out quite positive. 58.6 on the scale versus 53. I don't know. The market doesn't usually react to this stuff. The PMI came out at 945. It was lower than expected, but not by much.
I'm back short on Nvidia, guys. I'm gonna go short again. Much better entry. Let's see if we can continue to what we were doing originally here. So SPY
so we get back to business.
Yeah, let's get back to business. Like let's see if we can get back to what we're doing. Back to our regular programming.
Resume your previously scheduled drops, please.
Yes, resume your direction. Let's get to business. Much better entry. I love this entry because here we can actually get something. This entry was okay, but the SPY messed us up with his ooh, yes, SPY, go red. Go red, get me down to the previous day close. Okay, let's see here. Matt, it's exactly what I'm hoping for. kind of like at the other way, but the SPY is. If you look at the SPY, look at
Yeah.
Nvidia, it's doing the exact same thing right now. So it's a little bit tough because SPY now wants to go back up, I guess. Nvidia was doing well, minding his business, la 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 la, and then the SPY decided, like, what are you doing? Let me be. Let my trade be, man. Leave me alone.
Let my people go.
Mally, so this is more of a VWAP breakdown. And I really wouldn't get back in. Like if this was just my original trade, probably wouldn't get back in. But I'm trying to continue what I had originally going here, right? So just trading the VWAP breakout. This is technically, yes, it is a rejection off of VWAP. But I'll be honest, like if I did not have this trade, I probably wouldn't take a short just on this, right? I think that would have been. I don't think that would have been a trade I would have taken. So, um, so we'll see.
Oh,
Is that my alarm? What's
it's
going on?
weird. It's weird. I still want to take Tesla short. It looks weak. However, again, the order book doesn't support that. It's very weird how that's in conflict. Normally, you get a little bit of support from that.
Yeah.
But this
Well,
calf
SPY's
muscle
gonna
is just
go again, I think. We get into this choppy situation again here. Looks like um SPY's trading so weird. Like if you just look at it, it's just up and down. Like it's trading so weird right now. And Tesla's Nvidia's reacting to every little thing that it does, unfortunately. All right, friends, just waiting, seeing what we want to do here. Looks like we want to go higher. I could afford a little bit higher stop because the entry is much better. So I'm going for this spike. I don't want to go above 181.80. That's the last time we had some resistance, but looks like the SPY is gonna take a move higher, which is gonna put some pressure on me here on this trade. So 181, yeah, 181.83-ish. Anywhere near that, we want to be like. That's the last pressure we have. But again, it's a tough level because we did this with just the market doing what it did, right? So is it a really important level coming up on Nvidia? Who knows? There is a SPY moving higher. Ready to bail on this if we hit that 181.80. What else, friends? What else we got going on? SPY's making a new recent high. And if you look at this, looks so good for a VWAP breakout. Like this setup here looks actually very long. So I'm going to get out here. I would hate to flip my position, but I think that's what this calls for. I think this is a good long right here. And the risk reward is much better to the downside. If this pulls back, I'm going to go long. I am going to go long. I did not flip my position here, which I thought about it, but didn't react to it too early, quick enough. But don't leave me, Nvidia. Take me with you. Darn it. Come back. No. Tesla looks better. Looked better. It's gone. Tesla looked better. Yes, it's yeah, it's gone, man. Here's your entry. I mean, it's not gone. It could still come back, but 400 would have been the spot. Um, Nvidia's got the best risk to reward. If I can, just need 20 cents. We just need 20 cents. Like, yes, it might not sound like a lot, but 30 cents makes a difference. It really does. Like on the stop and how fast you get to your risk to reward. This thing is gonna go. It just has to look. I don't want to chase it. I really do not want to chase it. Uh why is Peter so sad? Peter's not sad. Peter's just still looking at a Tesla and why he didn't take the trade. It's like uh oh, Peter's on mute now. Peter's still on mute, I think.
Yeah, hold
Oh,
on.
there we go.
Microphone. The microphone is going out again. I don't understand why my microphone keeps crapping out on me.
All right, let's see.
There. Okay. Microphone should be back.
Yeah, we got you now.
It's
Okay. Okay. PLTR can still be long. I don't know. Yeah, I think listen, it's only 10-11. I think the stock can go from here to 160. You know, it's just timing. That's all it is. You know, I think it'd be a great one for a 5-day breakout if all the signals are there. You got a lot of bullish signals, view up, and everything else. So I think this thing can go. It's just all about timing. But for me, it's just not one of my strategies, right? Can I go long here and try to get, a higher move? Yes, but what would I be trading, right? Even with this that don't work out. Oh, you piece of garbage. Even with these that don't work out, I'm comfortable with these because I know what I'm actually trading and the strategy. Right? Whether it works or not doesn't really matter. But the strategy itself, that's important. I in Brian's honor, I knew it. I knew this thing was gonna go. Look at it there. Now we're definitely not getting into it. I thought about it. Was struggling to get in here. Now at 50 cents higher. No way. It's gonna go to the high of the day. SPY did a fake out. SPY did some weird stuff. Look at the fake out on the SPY, and this is kind of why I hesitated. This was a nice, gentle red candle here, and I'm like, I'm not going in. It's gonna go down. Look at right back up. Nope, we're going higher. And Nvidia, of course, wiggling its tail and following very happily to the high of the day, 182.96. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Ah, what a great what a great trade. Oh, all right. Let's see what else. Are we 400? Can we do funded account? Let me see. How are the likes, friends? How are we doing? 293, almost. Close.
Carlos, Nvidia turned and burned.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome trade. And I thought about it, but it got away from me too quickly. It gave me not a chance to jump in it where I wanted it for the good risk reward. So took off. Took off. That didn't last. The continuations are such a big issue on some of these these takers. The move. Look at this drop here. Like it makes no sense. I mean, I'm not trying to justify it. Nothing has to make sense in the market, but it's just, what are you doing? Staying within the 5 minute range. If you look at the 5 minute charts, it's back and forth ugliness. The 1 minute looks great, but the 5 minutes just messy. Um, no, I haven't turned it on yet. Let me see. Do we have? I haven't turned it on yet. The funded account. So not yet. Um, not yet. Not yet. MU trying to break the high of the day, 395.56. Is going right to it. CoreWeave, Tesla also nice, trying to get to the high of the day as well. PLTR. Oh my goodness. How beautiful is that? Look at that. It's going to go. New high of the day on PLTR, friends. I know a lot of you guys took that with Andrew as well. So good job. Looks like it wants to get going here.
Tesla back at high of day.
Yeah. Everything is going. Everything is north. Everything is north. These stocks don't want to be down, man. These stocks want to just go up and up. They just war, no problem. There's no problem. Just up. Just go up. Like this market is just insane, man. It's just the way it is. Up and up. More money in. Higher. SPY has struggled though at 696. Really come up here a couple of times and has not been able to break that. But every time it goes down here, every event brings it down here, finds a way to make its way back to its all-time highs. And here it's trying. It is trying. How are the tribal companies doing, by the way? American Airlines did drop a little bit, but nothing too crazy yet. Delta, uh, seeing a little weakness. You guys saw the article on American United Airlines. United Airlines is making some changes to their agreements for passengers. So now, if you they snuck it in there. So if you don't wear your headphones when you're playing a video or any kind of movie or something, they can kick you off the plane and ban you from flying with United Airlines. I get that. There's some obnoxious people that they play their video loud. Put your headphones on. I don't want to hear what you're hearing. Put your headphones on. So the one issue I see is with the kids. The kids are a problem because my kids, they don't like wearing headphones. So hey, listen, when we got a couple hours to go, I'm pulling out all the tools I can, tablet, this and that. So, kick off my kid. What are you gonna do? Like, I guess you can have it at a reasonable volume. But that's the only reason why somebody should have something out loud. An adult should not have anything out loud. Like, come on, get it together. Oh, they do. They do have that policy. I didn't know that. Well, United Airlines didn't have it. And they it's on deck, looks like now. It's tough to constrain a kid. So kids on planes are the worst, and I'm saying it as a parent. It's tough to constrain a little kid on that seat for a couple of hours. It's not easy. I bring out all the tools, man. Tablet, candy, whatever. And then I stage it right now all at once. I stage it out, and that has worked so far. Um, A whip? No, man. My parents would do that. Man. We used to get whipped. Like this is, I can't do that now. Go to jail, man. this ain't the 80s or 90s, man. You can't whip your kid.
Whoa.
We used to get whipped, man. My parents and I'm just like, look, we grew up fine. My brother's the guy's PhD, he's doing very well. My other brother's a aircraft mechanic making tons of dollars, working for rich billionaires. We did very well. The whooping worked. It worked, especially growing up here in the city,
The
in New York
whooping
City.
worked.
It worked,
Wow.
Peter. And again, you can't. No, Trump is in power, so you can't cancel me. When Democrats come on board, you cancel me. But now you can't cancel me that easily. But it worked. Like, and I don't whip my kids. My parents, they do regret. He's like, oh, it was a different type of mentality back then. When we were like a certain age, they stopped. They say the mid decision stopped whipping us. But it worked, Peter, because we were tough. 3 boys, we were tough. We're 2 years apart each. Growing up in the city, we wanted to do things that my parents said. My father, remember one time whipping my butt, saying, "I am not going to raise no delinquent here in the United States of America." Bam, bam, bam. Go to bed. It worked. It worked. Yeah, you can't do that now. Can't do that now. Now it was not abuse beating, right? It's different type of beatings. Our beating was not abuse beating. It was beating, get your shit together, right? It was not black eye punch you in the face type stuff. And this is a line. But yeah, it worked. So
Wow, Tesla really sort of went back to the high of day. See, this is why you got to listen to the Atlas. So again, I was feeling weak that it was weak, but the Atlas is saying that there are orders to the top side. And look, it was absolutely correct.
yeah. Yes, indeed. Catching up in the comments, yeah. All right, so yeah. Hashtag whip. No, we can do a hashtag whip. Dude.
Let's not push it now. Let's
all,
not.
all the other we did very well the whole entire show with all the Nvidia stuff and all the comments and getting the algo going, like, yeah, promote these guys are doing Nvidia, they're talking about stocks and this and that.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
the
yeah.
algorithm says this
let's
channel
not ruin it now.
just completely banned. Don't promote it to anyone. You guys better hit that thumbs up, because that's the only way we're going to get promotion here. If you guys hit the thumbs up. We're sitting at 316. Oh my goodness. Let's get a 400 and tell the algos that at least we're doing something right. All right, SoFi, what do you like about it? It looks choppy to me right now. I'm not a big fan of SoFi though, so I'm not probably not the best person to ask about SoFi, because I really don't like the price action. I think it moves very little, so I'm not a big fan of it. As you guys hit that thumbs up to get us out of hot water. The last couple of commentary has been a little rough. But, so fun. Wow, look at this beautiful thing, Tesla Go. Just incredible. Just incredible. MU gone, PLTR 153. Andrew, I think, is still in this. I believe. I think he's still in this. I'm not sure. But look at that, 153. Hopefully he got some up there. MU, CoreWeave. Let's look at my Nvidia. We would have survived that pullback and would have still be in this one, guys, on Nvidia. Hood as well, very nice. VCGI, pure garbage. I tell you, these stocks are better at pre-market. They really are. They trade much better pre-market. Got to be careful, of course. But look at this garbage. Now it's halted again. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 10-minute halt, I think, here, right? Yeah, it's a 10-minute. So it did a 10-minute. So after a couple of 5-minute
Oh yeah.
halts, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Opens up for whatever amount of seconds. Boom, halted again for 10
Yep.
minutes. Another 5-minute halts. So I guess this 10-minute halt came. I don't know what the criteria is, Peter, but it looks like if it was within a minute or so, it gets halted for 10 minutes now. We'll
Yeah.
find. We'll
Usually
find
they
that.
don't.
Yeah.
Usually they don't do it. I mean, the 10-minute is a voluntary one. They usually do it after a couple of halts. So, but you're right. You know, if it starts to shows increased volatility, they'll put the
Yeah.
10-minute on. I don't know if it's a strict like mechanical rule or if they do it discretion on a discretionary basis. That's a good question,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
It
because if you
doesn't
look
really
at it
matter.
here, yeah, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. But all of these, there's a couple of minutes in between of trading, right? So I guess no problem. But then this one here, this could be seconds, guys. And then the 10-minute kicks in, right? So this is the difference here. I see like a less time. Well, I'm sure we could probably look that up, but you're right, Peter. There might not be anything to it that that means anything. But yeah, just pure garbage. Back to zero on that one. Can F. Yeah, man. This is just again another one. Be careful. Be careful. Now this one is different. This is it's not a volatility halt. This is a news halt. So it got halted here. Not sure why. And then that's a new news halt. So this can take a little bit longer. Yeah, this can take a lot longer. Actually, it's been halted since 9:43. Am I reading that right? Yeah. So, yeah. Careful on that. Oh man, this is such a great. This is turning out to be an amazing day, guys. It really is. Like, you look at Tesla, CoreWeave. These guys are just they're just running and gunning. Look at Tesla go here, 407. Wow. And I'm sitting here in nothing. MU, PLTR, Nvidia. This would have been the trade of the week. All right, please tell me you guys are in anything here. Please tell me you guys took some kind of long. What are you in? What is your price entry? No, no. A car's hit. I'm gonna assume is what it is, not the other way. A car's hit 307. No, man, I'm not in anything. That's why I'm kind of pissed off a little bit because this is a great, great run we're getting here. The spies, it's just gone. It's moving very, very well. Um, Jeez. Oh, we got. All right, let's see what you guys have here. Let's bring it over here, front and center. I want to see what you guys are trading. So we got PLTR from yesterday. Oh, man. Good. Tesla, SNDK, long Tesla 403. Beautiful. PLTR, very nice. Long coin. You're also idle, bright light for kids. How's the funded account going, my friend? I know you won. Hopefully, you're still doing well. 400 exited quite early. 404. Now it's hurting. Nvidia high of the day. All right. Amazon. A lot of people on Amazon. All right. Let's see what Amazon is doing. Amazon friends. Let's take a look. Oh. You know what? This is not right. This is not right, man. Peter, are you in anything? Are you in something? Are you in?
Nope.
What
No,
are we
I'm
doing
just
here?
watching here.
We
Tesla's like
are.
just it's moving higher.
Oh
It's on a run here.
man.
PLTR. I wonder if Andrew's still in PLTR. I think he got out.
Sean, so light mode, I think looks better on screens, but you're right. If you have a hangover, that could be very bothersome. But I think light mode, the quality of the light charts looks better on screens, right? My personal preference. I don't really like dark mode stuff. Even outside of the charts, like my phone is always on
Oh
light
no.
mode. Yeah, when I put it on dark mode, if it's if if I'm in the bed, I'm watching something, I'll put it on dark mode because it does bother the bright light. But I'm not a dark mode fan. I'm not. Uh, and it depends. It's got to be a good quality dark. Uh, Dash to the Pros is not a good quality dark compared to like Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim's got a beautiful dark quality. I love their dark quality. Not so much on Dash Trader Pro. Well, the two of you have making me jealous not taking trades the last week or so. Well, I took a trade yesterday, so uh, hopefully you took that one. We took a trade yesterday. That worked out. Two today I did not. Yes, a TOS dark is beautiful. It is a beautiful thing. It's not like a. It's like a. They figured it out. It's hard to explain. You got to use it. They figure it out. Their dark is really nice. Um, but I mean, let's try it. Want to try it? How do you go dark? It's a way to do this. Dun, dun, dun. No, just these two today. That's it. So two red trades today. Look at it. Anytime I pull up Nvidia, I just get upset because I should have been long here. I should have been long in this trade. Man, and this is a trade where you
Really?
get
You
paid.
should have
Yeah,
reversed it?
I should. Yeah, I was thinking about reversing it, but I thought about it too late. I'm gonna get out here. This looks good for long.
Yeah.
I even called it out. I was like, this is a great VF breakout, guys. And I'm gonna get out and think about flipping. By the time it did, it just kept going. never never pulled back at least 20, 30 cents I can get in. It's just kept going. Um, and it's still going. So yeah. Ah, man, what a turned out to be a great day, guys. Beautiful day. Um, I'm sorry I was not showing you guys the screen, but here's the VWAP breakout I was talking to you guys about. Um, so in addition to my stop, I part of it was like, hey, this setting up nicely for a long, and it did. It set up really nice, really well. Oh man, it's okay. You know, you can't win every day. It's just not possible. Not possible. But it does suck when you don't win on days where things run. Um, and things are running.
Uh, okay.
Oh, there we go. Dark mode. Actually, it looks okay. Looks okay, dark mode. On the montage.
Tesla looks like it's rounded a top, so
Yeah, Tesla and Nvidia both ran pretty good off the VWAP, so could be some opportunities if things want to turn around to actually come back the other way. Peter, are you starting to look for reversals? Is the question.
oh, you bet I am. You bet I am. It's I just Haven't found the setup yet. We're right at the right time. So, but I haven't found Tesla is the best one I like right now. PLTR was actually heading towards a great reversal setup. It just didn't retest. It just dropped so quick, which is unfortunate.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Carlos. I still have no trades this morning. It's interesting. This is like all week, third day in a row. I've got no
Yeah.
trades in the opening hour.
That was me
I should
yesterday.
have had a trade today. Let's face it. Unlike the other 2 days where there really wasn't much of anything. But oh well. Do do do. Oh, Frank Castle, you're done. PLTR, nice. Well, PLTR was a great move higher. It
Yeah.
did. It did give good strong signals. Tesla, wow, Tesla really made that move.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I gotta get the candle screen, all of that. Just looks weird. Not used to it, I guess. Not used to that.
I missed the conversation in the chat room, Carlos. Andrew's
Yeah.
busy Googling what's the probability of hitting black in roulette 32 times in a row?
Yeah. Uh,
apparently, apparently the odds are 1 in 4 billion.
yeah. You got better chance in the lottery. I'll tell you that much.
That's the chances of winning the lottery are significantly higher.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Much higher. That's 32 times in a row. In a row, that's tough.
yeah.
Uh,
I mean, it can happen, but your odds are,
mm,
yikes.
yeah, it's not a
Mm.
not good. All right, let's run through this. Okay, here it is. VCIG. It's funny. The thing opens up for like 2 minutes and then halts. There it is. Another halt's coming up, I bet.
Yeah.
Like
So
just
this is total random.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. We can
No,
talk
go
trading.
ahead.
Let's talk trading properly.
No, I was just making fun of VCIG. Waiting for the
So
next halts.
I I want to show you something.
Yeah.
So I hope I'm going to make this trip to Egypt because when I travel, I wanted to upgrade my monitors, and I have this portable monitor that I like. Right? It's a good. Let me see if I can get it in front of the camera here properly. It's a good portable monitor. It's nice and thin. It's worked well and it was pretty cheap. And yesterday I was looking around and it was on sale. So for it's like $90 for another one. So I said, oh, I'll
Yeah.
buy another one for $90. So now look, I've got two. And
Nice.
I've bought them like a year, no, when did I guess 2 years apart because I bought this one maybe a year and a half ago. Anyways, what do you notice? The new one's on the top and the old one's on the bottom. I haven't plugged the new one in yet to see if it works. But let's see if the
They
camera
took
will
out the
show.
HDMI. They put back the HDMI. Right? Is there a
No,
difference?
it's the same ports, but on the new one, which is on the top, they're not bothering to label anything anymore. Like
Oh,
it's
okay.
just
Yeah, the
seems
labels.
odd.
Yeah.
There's no labels. At least the old one it had labeled, so at least I know what the buttons do because I've got the old one. But if you got the new one, how are you supposed to know? I also opened the
It's clean
box,
and look.
and the old one had like a full set of cables. This one, they don't give you cables. I was feeling like you, Carlos, when you opened your iPhone and
iPhone, no
you didn't
cables.
find a. I mean, they're
No,
both knockoffs. It's the exact same brand. It's the exact
yeah,
same, product, but it's interesting how they've made a change. The
yeah.
cover feels less, just slightly less sturdy on the new one. It's got these rivets now to hold it on as opposed to the old one, which was magnetized. It's a little odd how they've just changed things subtly enough. Probably they shaved $5 of cost
Oh
off of
yeah.
it,
Oh,
which is why I got it
absolutely.
on sale.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Anyways, I
absolutely.
just found that I found that fascinating. Just fascinating how they just minor changes in their product, I guess, that probably I should plug it in, make sure it actually works.
Yeah.
I'll do that later today. But in any event, that's
But you
why it's
guys,
$90. I know. But I figure as a travel monitor, I know some people spend a lot of money on their travel setup. I don't really want to because I figure, what's it's got a high probability of getting busted. So just
yeah.
then if it does, you buy a new one. Make it disposable. So why pay $400 or $500 for a really good one when I can pay $90 for a cheap one and just replace it? Breaks. And you know what the crazy thing, Carlos? I have never got anything this fast in my life. I ordered this yesterday at 11 o'clock, and by the market close, my wife's like, "There's a package on the doorstep." So like 4 or 5 hours delivered to my
Hmm.
house from Amazon. That's not happens in my area, not normally. And I didn't do anything special.
Yeah.
I just said, sure, same day delivery. Why not? Let's see what happens. Said it was going
There
to
you
deliver
go.
by 10 o'clock at night. Nope, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There it is. I was pretty impressed.
It's good. It's good. It's quick. Did you hear the
Yeah.
news about the new McDonald's Arch Burger? Bigger than the Big Mac?
No.
Yeah, so some
Oh,
countries are. So it's coming out here in the US, but some countries actually been doing this for a while. It's a limited time offer. So they're gonna try this new product,
mm,
and some countries, I don't know which one, but like two countries actually kept it in their main menu because it did so well. So they kept it in there. But yeah, look at that, the Arch
well,
Burger.
have you seen like they've got photos of people show the size of the current Big Mac compared to like the Big Mac in the 70s or 80s or whatever it was. And
Yeah, how
it's
much
like it's
it's
half the
increased? Yeah,
size.
yeah,
It's half the size of what it used to be. Anyways.
yeah. This was like 1,000 more calories or some craziness like that than the Big Mac. I'm like, wait, what is happening?
It's a trillion calories.
Hey, now with what is GLP-1, doesn't matter, right? You do whatever you want and just you can shrink yourself. Uh,
Oh, come on, man.
with the
Don't do that. Don't encourage that.
GLP-1, what is it? GLP-1 LP? What is? I saw an ad today. Um, when I was looking confused, Peter, earlier today, and you were saying, "Oh, Carlos is reading something intense." It was a
Yeah.
GLP ad with
Yeah.
Serena Williams, and I'm like, seriously, we all know you're
Oh,
not using that. That is all work you put in over the years. You're not using that crap. Like, come on. So
yeah.
it was funny.
I hope not.
I love it how these they're not, Peter. Like if you see these commercials of like Bowflex, great example, Bowflex. They make some good dumbbells. I had them before. Very expensive stuff for what it is.
Yeah.
But Bowflex, for example, right? They got the machine, the entire machine. They put a guy on there that is eating nothing, right? He's had regimen for
Yeah.
diet and everything else, and he doesn't work out in the Bowflex. He goes to an actual iron gym and puts in some real work. And they put him in there all oiled up with yeah, I'm doing Bowflex. No, you're not. You're taking this stuff and say
Yeah.
thank you, take your crap back. I'm not using this,
Look,
you know?
we got lots of problems in our society. That's probably the least of them. But it is a big one for people individually, like body image. I could tell you, like my wife is 4'10", right? And she's a black woman, okay? And a 4'10" black woman is never gonna look like a 5'11" white model. But unfortunately, that's what society tells them they should look like. And anyways, oh, we got Andrew. Is Andrew here? Is that what I heard?
I can't hear him.
Oh,
Is he on?
I heard him say good morning to us.
Hmm.
Wait a second. He is. He's here.
Oh, make sure that I'm not blocking anything. Shouldn't be.
Apparently he's logged in as Danny. No wonder you can't find him.
Oh, yeah, that's the new one. All right, hold on. Let me switch him up. Switch things up for that.
Uh,
How'd
Something
that happen? Yeah,
something
he's in a
weird's
different
going on.
name.
I don't know.
Okay.
I
Hold on.
don't
Let me
know. Get
let
him
me
in here.
set him up here. Uh,
The reason that you couldn't find me is because I'm using computer of from the office. Danny was using it. That's why the name is Danny.
okay.
Okay.
Got you now.
Well,
Yep.
welcome,
Putting in the
your
chat room as
alter
well.
ego.
Yep. We got you now. You're in the chat and you're here. Good. Okay.
Perfect.
Andrew, I was watching your trade on PLTR once again. Just lovely. Very nicely done. Very
Thank
pretty.
you. And again, remember that I'm not still waking up yet, and I can. That's my training when I'm sleeping. Imagine if I move to Toronto.
Imagine if you're awake.
Imagine if I'm awake.
But maybe it would all fall apart when you're awake. You're so used to trading like this, you'll be all awake and like nothing will work. Who
No,
knows?
man, it's gonna be way better. I'm excited to get out. Actually, the British Columbia decided not to do the daylight saving, so I think
I
for
heard
half
that.
the year it's gonna be only 2 hours difference, so which is good
Hmm.
for me. But Carlos, put the screen also in the chat room as well, if possible. But overall, yeah, trading was really good. PLTR was very clear again. Very clear order that we had on. Again, I'm bringing my screen here, full screen. So we had a really nice level on PLTR. I took the screenshot at 152, and I had the order at 152 as well. So, very nice, 152 here. Obviously, the market atlas was very clean and clear. That shows where we want to go in there. 1 minute to range breakouts, the trade book that I do every single day. And with the help of market atlas, which is the visualization of level 2, you get this really breakout. So again, look at the time stamp, 940, and we go to 940, 952. So this is the ad that I did. I got to stop that, and then I went back again for 152, and then this is the order that I had, and boom, we got filled, and then just continue went higher. So I took a couple of screenshots, and I changed my computer. Now my CPU is way nicer. So it was really bad. The old computer was like 16 years ago, the computer. Now everything is just fast moving. And even my Atlas is much better because the processing is being done by the browser.
Beautiful. Love it.
All right. So, yeah. Peter, I heard that you're chickening out for Egypt, huh?
Well, I got to tell you, my wife's already told me several times she wants me not to go, so I'm fighting that.
You're chickening out. Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Well, I still want to go, but she's she's putting a lot of pressure on. We'll see what happens. I just hope things get a little bit better over the next 2 weeks.
I think it's going to be better. One side eventually
Uh,
running out of
uh,
ammunition. The way that they're hitting, either America is running out of rockets. I think they're going to go back into this, arrow and rock and the old
right.
school. So
Yeah, well, that's what they were suggesting that maybe the I can't remember who said it. Somebody, the US or somebody suggested that they were going to maybe run out of ammunition, but that's that seems very anti-American. Can't run out of bombs in the US.
no, there was report that they run out of anti drone and anti missile interceptions.
Mm,
Because like they say Iran has around like 2000 drones, and a lot of these countries don't have as much,
right.
and the production is slower. So there was some reports and stuff, but I don't think it's going to happen as well. Iran has a lot of missiles, but they're not operational, and they don't have any launch pads anymore. Because what they do is they have this planned surveillance that's when they're doing the launch pad, so they identify the place that they pass, so they quickly find the tunnels that they're coming out, and then they hit them. So Iran might have a lot of missiles left, but they don't have any launch pads, so that's how they got capitulated. Because it's very easy. As soon as they're fired, it's easy to from the trajectory and from that where are they being launched.
Well, I said, whatever happens, I hope it sort of gets somewhat resolved enough that I can travel to the region
It's very
with
interesting. Yeah,
everybody being comfortable.
like it shows the modern warfare. Like there's a lot of like right now research are happening that this modern warfare that how it's actually working. Like even the drones, they need the GPS to go. So they're really at the anti-drone technologies that they're working on. They lock their GPS, so they don't know where they're going. So it's really interesting to see how this modern warfare is really operating. But overall, it seems that this war hit Asia really bad because they're really dependent on the oil from Iran and Middle East. But the US companies are doing pretty good. That's why Korea got really hit. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, my mom is
Well,
okay. She called me yesterday. So the way that Iran works, the internet is completely blocked, and the people can call outside, but you cannot call in. So my mom called yesterday. She's good, and I told her, try to get out as fast as possible. But she really told me that she wants to stay for his country, for her country. That's what she told me, really. Because I was in Dubai a few weeks ago, and I told her, come, and she said, no, I want to stay with my people. That's
well, the older you get, the more stubborn you get. Don't forget that.
yeah, I
So,
know. Like respect
uh,
for mom. Yeah.
yeah, sure.
All right. So SPY is strong. Peter, what did you trade?
I haven't taken a trade yet. I should have taken had a line on Tesla long right at the open and I chickened out. So
Yeah, chicken. You are chicken out. You don't want to
I
come to. You don't want to go outside of Ottawa because of the war. Like, hey, you want to come to Montreal? No, there's a war going on.
wow, you're harsh. All right. Well, you know what? You can try and macho guilt me into it. I will still make a decision based on what I think is right.
You don't see Peter as someone that you listen to your wife. You don't strike me as someone that is listening to his wife at all. Like, what kind
Well,
of leverage she has over you?
well, no, it's about measuring, because there's always a price to pay, right?
Risk
I'll
to
do what I
reward,
want
Peter.
at the end of the day, but I just have to acknowledge the price that, I have to pay for it. So it's
Risk to reward analysis. Yeah.
exactly.
Um, all right.
So
So no, it's all joke. It's all joke. We're all joking. So PLTR bounced back really reversal. Tesla, I did actually trade on Tesla as well. Tesla also had a very nice. Here's my Tesla. So I did trade Tesla as well. Had a very nice open, and then it came back, and I tried to catch a long on it below the VWAP, and I got to stop that. But eventually, it really came back up, and I saw it coming back up. I really saw this move, and I was ready to take it. But again, because I was really profitable today, and I said, you know what, that's enough. I don't really want to. Like I had a pretty good day, like almost $16,000. So I don't want to really make any mess with it. So that's why I was just okay. All right, PLTR is completely rolling over. The Atlas on PLTR is at 151 now, so I'm not really bullish on it at all. IWM, the small caps really had a nice rally. Small caps, the market is really holding up very nicely compared to all what's happening.
LTR is it's sort of like again, you have this knack, Andrew, of picking the best stock of the day to trade. I love it. How do
Me?
you do
No.
that?
Well, PLTR was gapping up, I think, and I think PLTR obviously is a defense company, so it is in play. Like a lot of time, PLTR was not really in play. And look at the daily chart. So the daily chart, I just want to say that's very important to see the daily chart is gapping up above this really level. So you really want to trade the stocks that are gapping up from a certain range. When it's inside day, it's really tricky to trade. But obviously, this gap up is really nice. Either it's sell off or continue to move. So um, the daily chart is very important in choosing the stock. I think Tesla also had some sort of a gap up. Let me see. Not as much, but it was a gap up. But
Yeah, there was a couple.
oh, by the way, I just wanted to share something with the community, so I can actually show it to you with the YouTube as well. So we want to build a page that is, I'm putting the link here, that you can actually see that. Oh, I'm actually logged in with the wrong account. So I'm actually putting it here. So you can actually see that in the real time, not the real time, but the leaderboard of all the traders that are trading and getting the profits. So every week we're sending the payments. So you can actually see their trades as well. So if you click on their journal, you can actually see their trades. So as you see, every week, every Friday, we're sending the payments. So you can see all the payments that it goes all the way since the beginning of the thing. So, people who are making money, and you can actually sort it based on the PNL as well. So we had as low as, $51. And obviously the top ones are the $10,000 ones. Yeah, the ones that are still trading, possibly we can. It just takes a little bit of time. Possibly we can have all the open positions, not the payouts. I think it's possible. We have the data, and you can actually see real time the top ones. That could be really cool too.
Winners. Yeah, you got a lot of payouts recently, Andrew. That's good. I like to see the quality of our traders. They're getting better. They're focusing on their trades and the maturity over time.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to see. I noticed in the boot camp, we've got a lot more, you've got good performers in the boot camp this time around too. So it's that's good. That's what we've been aiming for, right? We really want to help, that growth of traders over the long run.
I think we're
You
doing
trade
a
for a living?
really good job in teaching traders how to trade. Somebody's asked why 90 days, why 3 months? It's because 3 months is a really good time to see how real trading looks like. Like if you want to make a quick buck like a casino, go to Polymarket, just bet on something. You probably have a better chance in a lot of things and you can make money. But the goal is to show you real trading. In 3 months, you have to see war, you have to see president tweet, you have to see central bank decision, you have to see earnings, you have to see choppy days, you have to see everything to become a real trader. You can actually get from everything. So making money is easy. Keeping money is the hard part. So that's why we want to have a tree, to see if you can actually go through the whole phases of trading. Otherwise, the casino is the best. If you want to make a quick buck, but not consistently, casino is the best. There are so many games that you have almost 50% chance, like roulette we discussed in the chat room, you black and white. I think the odd is like 49%. So it's pretty good. So there are so many games that but they're not really skilled. So you can't build a skill. Even blackjack card counting, you don't have much of a skill to play.
Well, this is blackjack, especially if you try and exercise any actual skill-based activities, the casino catches on quickly and then cuts you off. So
card counting, yeah, they have the systems in play,
yeah, but
card counting is a skill, hard. I mean, also, the casinos have a way to, with the break card, so you don't know when the deck is actually cut because it's a 6 deck, but they have this break card in between, so they're fighting it back as well. But even with the card counting, you change the odd a little bit into your favor, not a lot. And it's hard. If you make a mistake, you might actually making a mistake against you. Poker is all skill. Poker is really good. Poker is very similar to trading. So poker is also a very long game. You have to sit, wait, patience, wait, patience, and to get away. Poker is very similar to Trading is a skill, and professional poker players are similar to professional day traders because they survive, they make a living out of it, they go through the competition. All right, so
Vrak, we can argue the numbers all day, but it's
all right, 30s
the point.
here, looking sharp and smart. So I'm going to hand it
Oh,
over to Mr. Young.
what's
And
Thor looking like today? Where is he?
And then in the chat room, Gary had a good day, and Paris had a really nice trading on Tesla. I think Paris is in Vancouver visiting his family, so early morning for him. All the best, guys. Handing it over to you guys.
All right, have a good one. Hey, Thor.
Hey, how's it going? I mean,
Fantastic.
I do not resonate with looking smart whatsoever. So I just, but I appreciate it.
Well, fake it till you make it. That's
I
what I
mean,
do.
That's what I've been trying to do my whole life. I mean,
there you go.
No,
Nothing wrong with that. It's a
No.
good approach.
I like it. So,
All right.
hello, YouTube peoples. Good to see everybody out there in YouTube landia. Hope you are all having a great day today. Oh, all of my stuff's going everywhere. Hold on. There we go. Hope everyone is having an awesome day. My day is a little boring. I had a really nice alert on NQ that I really liked earlier and ended up losing a trade on it. So that's, yesterday I had a really nice trading day, really good profit yesterday. So today I went short here on NQ as we came back into the level, stop above the box. I only rocked, it was a pretty wide stop, so I could only go a contract in. So I ended up losing about $600 or $700 on this one when I stopped. In hindsight, when I look at my volume, we were buying way too much to get short. So I kind of put that in my notes because that's what we do, right? We kind of when we have things that don't work, it's always a good idea to look for it and figure out why it doesn't work. So but okay, it didn't work. So I'm watching RTY now, and watching YM now because they're up in a similar spot. That they could have something happen up here. Found a really nice call on it where we started to sell from earlier today. So it was working very nicely, but we just still, if you notice, we just have too much buying in the market in general. So as much as we're in the right range for a sell, we are not selling. And that is unfortunately just a bit of a problem. Oh no, I forgot. I forgot to look that up. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Hold on. There's a QR code on the back of this thing. Let me see if I can get it. Let's see if it'll. I don't think it'll do it with this camera. Oh. No. Hold on one second. Let me try. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. FOPO.
Sorry, guys. I just realized what happened to Thor?
FOPO
Oh, there he
is
is.
the
He's back.
brand.
He's back.
So the as far as I know, everybody, the funded drawing already happened. Right? So I don't think you need to keep putting it unless you're just now coming in and you're just getting that for some reason. But I think that already happened. So let's see. Let me see if I can find it out of my order history. There it is. I got it. Carlos Peter, did you already do the funded? Okay, yeah, it's called the FOPO. It's by FOPO, FOPO, and it's the 15.6 laptop screen extended monitor portable quad monitor. One cable for 3 screens. Oh, so maybe that's what happened. Hey, do we have hold on. Let me message the powers that be. Oh, you need more likes? That's the problem? You people didn't like it, and then that's what happened. We need 400 likes, and we don't have 400 likes. Okay, well, so I messaged Carlos, and he's gonna come back maybe and do it, but he's only gonna come back if we get to 400 likes. So if you haven't liked it and you don't like Thor emojis, then this is a real problem. El Patron, I appreciate what you're saying there. I've always find it interesting that people in the trading game entirely, they kind of want trading to be like I don't know, Halo or like Star Wars The Old Republic or something like that. You want like traders who are making a lot of money doing trading to come on YouTube and teach you how to trade absolutely for free, right? You want like free indicators, you want like free configurations, you want free commissions, you want free educational material, like so many people coming to trading with like $10, like hoping to get rich. It's like it's wild because I know like from my experience trading, is a business, right? It's more like being an entrepreneur, right, than anything else. So you're only really going to get into trading what you're willing to invest into trading. And there's one adage that I get from business that I highly recommend everyone paying attention to, which is remember, if you're not paying for it, then you're the product, right? So if there's anything that you're getting and you are getting it for free, that means you're the product. And guess what? You're on YouTube and you're getting it for free. So what does that mean? It means you're the product, right? So I need you to like and subscribe and share because that's the only way I make money on YouTube. Or, well, not me. Andrew, right? That's the only way, if you become a Garbage and Lambos or a Lambos and Garbage Truck member, right? Then, that adds, that, but you're the product. That's why you're not paying for anything, right? So when you're getting mentoring from me, for instance, and I'm selling you my expertise, I'm the product. That's why I charge you for it, right? So if you come to work with me privately, right, you would get charged to do that. To be in my group, right, you have to pay a pretty fair amount of money, right? It's not free because you're getting my time. So and that's really important because my time has value, right? So we can so we can do that. So all right, now so make sure you like it, you subscribe, you share, and we're gonna give away some funded accounts, right? So party like it's crazy. How many people do we need chimed in here for a funded? I mean, I like to at least have like 100 people.
Yeah, I think we
Maybe
get to 100 pretty fast. Hashtag funded. We still got 600 people watching, which is nice. Oh, 441 likes. Look at you guys getting the likes up.
yeah, there we
Very
go.
nice.
We went
Very nice.
from 375 to almost 450 just by guilting you. You see how this works?
Is that what you did?
Um, quite a bit actually, a lot of guilting, mostly.
Hey,
Nice speech about, you being the product if it's free. So all the good things, all the good things.
yeah, Thor texted me. He's like, "Hey man, what's up with the funded account?" Like, be right there. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
we'll
had
get it
some
done.
angry peeps.
Get
We
it
are we
done.
are getting our funded tape. It's like our ticker tape with the hashtag funded on it
The
going
time
on.
and sales
So
right
it's
now
like,
going
oh
through
man,
on the funded account. Yeah, see
I
that?
know, man, long funded, long funded. That's what I'm saying.
Yep. All
Looks
right,
like you
there it
could buy
is.
that with that much
99
funded flow.
101. All right, friends.
There we
Good
go.
luck.
There we
Again,
go.
if you want to join Lambos and Garbage Truck family, you can do so. Help support the channel. Pretty easy. Go to YouTube, hit join, and you become a Lambos and Garbage Truck member. We made it a fun name, keep it nice and entertaining. But we also have a lot of educational videos on there, right? So you get access to that, and you get
Oh
access to
yeah.
this giveaway we do on a regular basis every day. All right, so here it is. The winner of today, 105 entries, goes to 321. There it is. Barb 13. Barb 13. You are
Wow,
the
Barb
winner.
13.
Congratulations. All right. So awesome. Congrats. Friends, we'll do it again
Beautiful.
tomorrow. If you didn't win today, good luck next time.
That's right. Make sure you're stopping by regularly because we're doing all kinds of giveaways like that. Congratulations again, Barb. That's very, very exciting. So really happy that everyone is, getting an opportunity. Remember, for me, quick talk on the fundeds. If you are new to day trading and you are putting your money into the market, maybe you should not. And I would like you to consider that, right? So one of the things that a lot of people that wash out very quickly in trading is they wash out before they have a chance to actually learn how to trade, right? So you come in, you're ready to start making money. So in 3 or 4 months, you've got yourself a $30,000 PDT. 2 months after that, you don't, right? So it's actually better, right, to take the time and practice in a paper account, take the time to get the right, mentality together, and then take your time to actually learn and proof out what you can do we call it a risk-less environment, right? Haha, I actually stole that from a guy who presented at the Money Show. Not a riskless environment, a risk-less environment, right? So there's a hyphen in there now. When you're using a funded, you're buying the funded. It's not cheap per se, but it's certainly a lot less risk, right, than throwing your big PDT in there. Okay, we're starting to move again. Here we go. So we've been looking for R3 shorts on RTY and YM. We were looking at them before, and it looks like we're starting to do it. So we have calls on both. The RTY one kind of overshot, but the YM one stayed in place. And I liked YM when it got up here. So we'll see how this one goes. We've also we've moved into more selling here, which I like that also. So let's see if these things can get moving. I lost my first trade of the day on NQ, and I'm in a short on YM for my second trade of the day. And if YM loses, that'll be it, folks. That'll be it. Yeah, for me, Corey, I'm probably gonna, I mean, we've got some time left in the day, but I think the CP is a very reasonable target. But what I might do is if we like, I'll probably let us go to the CP, and if we bounce off the CP and come back through the open, I'll take it out. I only took 2 contracts of YM, so I'm only risking about like $600 or $700 anyway. So it's not like this is like a super heavy position. So because I figured even if both of my trades lose today, I had such a nice trader yesterday. I'm in from right here, just at the new low here, and stops above the box. So if this one doesn't work, then I'll be done for the day and just consider myself a loser, baby. So Helga, I agree and I disagree actually on the sim thing. Sim, and I think, actually, Helga, this might be one of those inherently male disadvantages. And I know a lot of the times folks don't like to breach the subject matter in the difference in biology between men and women, especially when it comes to emotional regulation, brain development and some other things like that, especially when you include social upbringing and the expectations that are put on young men as we grow up and stuff like that. I think I think we can have a lot of trouble in simulator. I think simulator is very, very difficult because it's not unemotional. I think for many it can be, but for most it's not. And the reason, and this could translate over into both, but I don't like speaking from other people's experiences, only my own, obviously. But the concept here is like, imagine when you're in sim. So what as a man, what does a man feel the most is the most important thing generically in most men? And that is competency. Men like to feel competent more than we like making money. Men earn money because it allows us to exude our competency to the rest of the world, right? Only a very competent man, right, will have lots of money or lots of things and status symbols, right? But the reason they do these, right, like why is a guy going to put a really big rock on his wife's finger, right? It's not actually a symbol of his love. It's a symbol of, I'm a really good man, right? So men are driven by competency, even to the illusion of competency, right? So there's sometimes like, you'll notice a guy who has a low paying job, but he wears a really nice suit when he goes out, right? Because when he wears the nice suit, people are going to assume he's competent, right? But even the world's most competent man who goes out wearing like rags, right, is going to pull on an air of the lack of competency. So what happens in sim is men have their competency challenged all day, every day. But money doesn't really bother it, right? Like for me, the thought of losing or making money, that more ties to my upbringing, as coming from being like a relatively lower income family growing up, right? So yes, illusion of competency, right? Helga, you're with me. So it's, so there are, you'll hear this fake it until you make it thing. That actually is inherently that, right? So, but that happens a lot is we are so interested. I had a buddy of mine, Mark, the real Mark Douglas, one day a long, long time ago said to me, "Hey, what's more important to you, being right or making money?" And then I noticed I froze in that moment. And I was like, can't it be both? You know what I mean? Can't it be both? And the answer is no. You can't be right and make money. Like not in the stock market. You have to be willing to be wrong And that is inherently difficult because of competency, right? In order for me to make money, right, I have to win trades, not lose trades. Oh, wait a minute, that's not true, right? Here you have to be able to lose trades and lose trades very well. Oh, some do, Helga. Absolutely, some do. And I think a lot of those who come into trading likely do more often, right? Because you have to have some when we talk about concepts versus masculine versus feminine, right? We can all acknowledge that that is a spectrum that applies to all sexes, right? There are some men that are not masculine, just like there are women who are not feminine, right? So when I'm talking about masculine versus feminine, I'm speaking more to that spectrum necessarily than like X and Y, right? So because your mentality breaks down inherently into so there are some traits that I find like women that often do well in trading often have some masculine qualities as far as like their initiative, their drive, their the how they're willing to like take no crap from nobody. Like those kind of things inherently come over, but also men that are successful in trading, I feel like have some feminine qualities, right? Like for instance, a higher emotional intelligence, right? Being able to be self-critical without having ego become the driver, right? The ability, a lot of guys, especially when competency on the line, are if they're very masculine, are going to have a lot of trouble being able to say, okay, yeah, you're right, I'm wrong, right? So that's why I think trading is such an inherently difficult thing because you have to have a very interesting blend of these qualities in order to be a successful trader, right? You have to be able to put on risk in a very almost masculine way, but you have to be sensitive to yourself and your own progress in almost an inherently feminine way. So so I think one of the reasons, and I give a lot of credit to the women in my life, I think one of the reasons I'm such a good trader is actually because I was raised by a single mother. Who taught her son and demanded of him, the masculine qualities that were necessary, right? So I grew up being the man of the house, but at the same time, I grew up being around women. I come from a very patriarchal family, right? Sorry, matriarchal family, right? So lots of strong women in my family going back through history. So because of that, I do inherently carry some qualities, right, that kind of balance me in that area pretty well. At least I think. Dominic, I totally agree with that, right? You only control how much you lose in the market, not how much you win. That's anybody's guess. Man, that's a good one. I really like that a lot. So it is Wednesday, so we normally inherently talk more about performance on Wednesdays. So I want to kind of keep in tune with that. Our illustrious Dr. V, her kids are on spring break this week. So I am in a trade on YM right now. Yes. I can show you where my entry is at. Let me pull it over if it comes over. So you can see I'm in the trade on YM right now. I'm risking about, maybe about $1,000 on this one above the box. So I got in when we pushed above here and then started making the new lows right at the level, stop above the box. The reason I chose this is because as we were pushing higher and making higher highs, our volume just seemed to be really, really weak on that push. So I read this more as being an offer. So I thought I'd trade against it. Yeah, I did. But I said it and now I don't remember. Can I take this back over here, please? Thank you. It is FOPO 15 point is the company. FOPO 15.6 laptop screen extended monitor, portable quad monitor. Just one cable for 3 screens. RTY looks fun too. Not getting any real. I mean, I like that we're selling now more than we're buying too. So we've moved into a pretty decent period of selling here. So we're staying underneath. So that's pretty good. We just need one real big sell maybe would kick this thing in. The one that I got was more than that. Mine was a little bit more than that. I don't know, maybe if there's like a two-screen one. Mine was, oh, hold on, let me pull it up. It's really cool. I'm happy to share it. I really like it a lot. I should have gotten an affiliation before I did this. It's the 15.6 for the triple screen, and it was $5.99 right now. It was 15% off. Yeah. So like YM just not finding the seller that I'm looking for, but the range is great. So just waiting. But I mean, it works so nice. Like the only thing it does, it's the only limitation it has right now is just my Mac. My Mac is just not that powerful. So my next shopping trip might be a new laptop, like an actual like PC laptop that has like a strong gaming card in it or something like maybe an Alienware one or just something that's really aggressive. But because that's it. I mean, but I love having it on my Mac because I use my Mac for everything. So it's like my whole home can go with me anywhere I go now. So these are the I think they're the I don't want to go too much. These were the largest I could go and fit them inside my backpack. Why do I prefer TradingView over DOS Pro? Um, Cost was a factor, although it's not really. But there was a cost as a factor, I think, especially as a newer trader. DOS is fairly expensive, but it's because the main reason is because I moved away from trading equities and now I trade almost entirely just futures. So I don't really think about DOS as like I have the MacBook Pro. Think about the difference in DOS. It's kind of like the difference between having an F1 racing car and like different platforms. DOS, F1 racing car, right? Thinkorswim, AWAC, Hurricane Hunter airplane, like all the sensors, all the things, right? And then TradingView, kind of like a mid-sized luxury vehicle. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it has all the things that I need, but the main reason I really moved to TradingView so much, right, is because of the coding, right? All of the programs that you see on my screen, like that I'm using, all of the indicators, the pivot plays, the really key levels, the adaptive ATR limits, the buying and selling detector, and the ghost candles are all my programs that I have had developed. So as I became a professional trader and decided I was going to be, yeah, I'd say more of a Tesla for TradingView. As I decided I was going to be a trader, I started moving into it, and I had written my book, obviously, a complete day trading system, and I had been using it for years because I've been trading that same exact system since the book published in 2022, and I was trading it for 2 years before that. So you gotta think, I've been on the same system in the exact same way for over a half a decade, right? So it's quite a while, right? So my next method I started on about 2 years ago, year and a half ago. I started working towards taking my book and building all the indicators that I needed to be able to do my job without relying on anybody else, right? Because a fear that I've always had is that, okay, I'm using a cam indicator by some other person, and then all of a sudden they decide to stop trading. And so they stop maintaining the indicator, right? And then the things just kind of like fall apart, and now my job is no longer my job anymore, right? Like no job security. So I didn't like that idea at all. So then so that's when I started working on it. I mean, we probably got about, I think my developer Bruz alone probably has, I don't know, 10,000, 15. I mean, he's got so many hours into building this thing. Yeah, so we're just staying a little bit on the buy side, Corey. But I mean, we're in the right spot. It's a lower wider. So I think we just got to be, it's very unlikely we break out. The only knock we have is we did make a high of day after 10:30. Right? So statistically, there is a chance we just get stuck up here and we just really don't get a good sell. God, Lord, my Southern's coming out. But yeah. And the other thing I like so much about TV is that TV looks the same on my computer that it does on my iPad as it does on my phone. You know what I mean? So that's one of the other things I really like a lot about it, is that I can, is that. YM not being a party. R2Y is back under R3. I mean, it's all in a great spot. I mean, right now, like if this was coming back here again, I mean, I'd be perfectly tempted just to get into it short. It's just such a great spot. I think TV is more user friendly. I think DOS takes an incredible amount of time, but it depends on what you're going to trade. Like if you're going to be an equities trader and you're going to like trade like 5-minute opening range breakouts and 1-minute ORBs, then you probably want to shell out and get DOS, right? Because DOS TradingView doesn't have hotkeys like DOS has hotkeys, right? So DOS is really good at getting you in and out of positions very quickly, right? So you know what I mean? So where TV is, if you're going to use bracket orders and you're going to trade a little bit longer hold and not partial a lot, I think TV is a lot better. But like if you're going to be taking partials and lots of different like fixed risk stuff, in that instance, you may want to use DOS. Not TOS. Sorry, I said TOS. I meant TradingView. I normally use market orders to get in, Tim, but I'll still build the bracket. Like let me show you like on YM right now. Like if let's say I was going to get short right here, I'll go into my paper account and show you how I do it. So like let's say I was going to go short here, right? I'm going to open up the trade panel and hit sell, and then on market, right? And then on this instance, I'd probably only use like 2 units or 2 contracts. Right? And then what you do is go here to your stop loss and drag your stop loss up to the top of the box. Let me change this so it shows currency. right? So you could say, okay, if I get short here, I'm going to risk $800. And then I'm going to take my profit target, and you can put your profit target down at like the CP, right? And say, okay, so I could risk 700. Oh, that's monthly support 3, S3. And you could say, okay, if I got this full run all the way back to ATR low, which would be our target, right? You can make like 6 grand on this one. So risking 800 to potentially make 6 grand, I like it, right? So, and then you just go like that and you just hit the sell. Wait for like a new 1 minute low. So I would be sitting in it like this, because if it makes a new 1 minute low, maybe I pay a little bit more, but I've got the good price direction. How to know? So you just do that with the units. So you can adjust it and it'll adjust the price right here. So you can say, okay, I like it right there. There's the new low. You hit short, boom, and you're in. And you've already got your, yeah, you can replicate to other accounts from TV, but not using TV. You have to use a replicator that has your account, this whatever account you're trading on in TV, linked into it. Like you could actually, so like you could use a funded account and replicate into other fundeds. You could use a regular trading account and replicate into a regular trading plus fundeds. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, Replicanto works. I use Replicanto. Yes, you can use my indicators on the basic version, but with the basic version, you do have some limitations in like what kind of watch lists you can make and things like that. What I would do rather than getting the basic version, if you're gonna do it, is I would wait for like a holiday or go basic for a little bit and then wait for a holiday. And then on the holiday, you could you wait for it to go on special. Like they'll run like 80% off, 70% off. So I don't have any affiliation, but do I have any tutorials on TV? No. I'm starting to do some videos on some of my indicators, and I'm going to be starting my own like little channel to kind of host those on, because I can't put them on the BBT one because it just clutters the BBT channel up. So I'm going to start putting some there. So like I have a small one on the buying and selling detector I just did recently, and I'm going to try and do a few others this weekend. So you can kind of see like YM is just, we're just really stuck here. So your leader account has to be the same account, Tim. So whatever account you're using in TradingView is the account that you want to be the leader in Replicanto. When you fire the order on that account, those will come across your order, your pending orders. There's our seller. Come on, YM. We can still do this. Well, it's not that it's picking it up from TV. It's just logged into your account. So when TV fires it, it sees what orders are coming through on your account, and then it replicates those. Hey, RKPG9, we already did the funded thing, but thank you very much. The winner was Barbara, and that happens. Normally, those are going to happen right at 11. So just hang out. Don't get too crazy, please, on the fundeds. Sometimes I think when people come in, maybe they're like seeing an old version of the stream or something at first. I don't know. Oof. Yes, exactly, Tim. I hate that. Look at that sell we had hit right there, and they completely absorbed it. So sad. But I mean, it looks, I mean, we are in a lower, wider range. We're at R3. I mean, this is where this should happen. So we'll keep an eye on it. What's up, Tazzy? No, I don't watch SPY or Qs while I'm trading futures. I just kind of trade them as they are. But there is obviously going to be a correlator there. We kind of call it the horse and buggy, right? Sometimes, you know, the SPY is the horse, the futures are the buggy. Sometimes the buggy can pull the horse, you know, depending on what's happening. But in most instances, like we're actually in a lower narrow range. So we're kind of counter trending on Qs right now, which kind of explains why maybe the futures aren't as well performing, right? And like on SPY, he had tail wagging the dog. Yeah, you know, exactly. And then we're like in a lower wide range here. So, I mean, I thought this looked like a potential spot on SPY, but if you can notice, we were just buying. Like we really didn't start to sell till right about there. And both of those sell attempts were absorbed. So it's, you know, at this point with making new highs, there's a chance we just chop out this range here for the rest of the day. But I mean, we've got a lot of time left in the day for these indexes. But they're having a surprisingly large amount of like difficulty actually finding a good sell. I mean, it looks like we could set up a big old head and shoulders here though under R3. So just give it some time. Is there a reason I don't use EMAs? No. I don't think there's a reason I don't use them. I just I kind of believe in a philosophy called Dr. V calls it naked charts. You know what I mean? Or is the terminology that we like to use there. So for me, the only things that are on my charts are things that I need to make a decision. And since EMAs aren't a part of that decision-making process, they're not on my screen. But it doesn't, but I like EMAs. They work. I know lots of people who use them. It's kind of like VWAP, right? VWAP's a great indicator, but it's not on my screen because I don't use it. So it's important for me, especially since I trade mobile a lot, right? I want to be able to look at my cell phone and be able to see everything I need to see to make a decision. So I only use indicators that, you know, and I also don't like lagging indicators as much, right? So like I like for instance, Chris does a thing that I enjoy. Like so Chris doesn't trade back to the EMA and then away. He waits for it to get away and then plays back to the EMA. Right? And that takes something that's a lagger and turns it into a leader. Right? So I really like that idea. Right? Because it's not that you're looking for it to come back to the EMA and then play off of it. You're waiting for it to get away from it and then play back towards it. So now what is normally a lagging indicator becomes a leading indicator in that instance. Love it. Right? So I think that's why his scalping methodology works really well. But it's the scalping methodology. Once it gets back to the EMA, boom, he's out. Like target hit, done. right? So it works great, and I like, well, I think that's one of the reasons it works well. No Dr. V today. Dr. V's children are on vacation with her. They're spring break-in, so she only had so much time in her day. She is still going to be doing Back to the Futures at at noon in the Bearable Traders room. But not on YouTube today. Maybe back next week. We shall see. Just depends on how much vacationing they do. So, but yeah. So, Chris, thank you, by the way, for sharing your document. I guess now you figured out that I read it. So always interested to, always cool to learn new people's stuff, man. But I can see why it works well. Like I like the idea of being extended and coming back versus being at and going away. I think that's a lot more difficult. So, all right. Well, these market's kind of boring. RTY, I mean, I think has some potential here at R3. But let's go down to Nvidia. We had some decent calls today. With Nathan in 45. This live stream only goes till noon. Unless maybe you're talking about like a trading terminal thing, maybe? No, Tim, right now we just don't have selling. And look, like on RTY, like when we get heavy selling, we're getting truncated candles. So someone's really like absorbing a lot of action here. But we're like right at ATR high and a lower, wider range. I mean, there's really no reason this thing should break out and deviate on a wide range. So it really just doesn't make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? Same, Chris. I don't trust the market. I just trust computers. You know what I mean? So my entire strategy is based completely different on anything else that a lot, that or is a different idea than what people do. I don't really trust the market. I just trust the computers. Right? These aren't like random. These are programmed things that do a certain thing in a certain place. And and I've spent a lot of time burning through statistics to find out where I can get the most likely location for everyone to start selling. Right? So, and that's where we are right now. Right? So one of the reasons I've been waiting to sell here is because now we're in the spot on RTY and YM where we're most likely to sell. So, and if I can sell, look at that reoffer right back to R3 on RTY. I mean, God, that's beautiful. So, what else? V is on at noon, but not here. She is on in the Bearable Traders room, the elite room at noon every Wednesday. It's called Back to the Futures, where V talks all things futures. So I'm still just hanging here. I told you all I'm still in a, holding that position. So I'm only out of it if it goes above the box. So right now I'm still just hanging on to it. If it goes out through 2 days, it goes close. That'll be it. It'll be 2 trades. It won't be too bad. I'll have lost like $1,000. So a little more than $1,000. So compared to yesterday where I made, over 7, I think we'll be happy with that. It's no big deal. So, but I only generically take like 1 or 2 trades a day. What I have found, and this is just me personally, obviously for scalpers, this doesn't hold true. The monthly support 3 was amazing, wasn't it? I don't know. Because this is a wide range, I expect to go back down. So I wouldn't say it bothers me either way. But for me, whenever I'm taking more than 2 or 3 trades, I'm losing. So it's for me, I found over time that if I'm better with just having my ideas of range, getting in there, wide target, let it run. Maybe I get 2R, maybe I get 3R, maybe I get 20R. Like I don't know. Yesterday, for instance, I ended up getting like 8. And then it was about 7 after I got done because my first entry was a loss. So, and it could be the same thing here. My first trade on NQ was a loss. But if YM ends up working there's enough distance here to the downside. I can make a few grand on this one pretty easily. So if it starts to sell and sells well. So if not, I lose a couple grand. It's okay. I mean, like I said, I made 7 plus yesterday, like 7 yesterday. Good sell there. YM starting to look like it wants to sell again. Let's see what happens. So this is so we need to move below like -20 on YM. Like we need to get underneath these ridges here. If we can really get cooking, we'll oscillate between in this area down here. Right now we're just lightly selling and lightly buying. So this is more consolidatory. So we need to see a push in volume showing us that we're getting out of this range. Where can I get more resources on pivots? I want to learn more about it before. My book is probably the best place. A complete day trading system. It's on Amazon. See here, we just can't get the stinking sellers. Come on, baby. Where are you at? So, and then I think I'm gonna be in May. I need to put on the calendar for everybody in May. I'm gonna be doing a futures course in near Dallas. I think Dr. V is actually gonna do that one with me, which should be pretty amazing. Set up. I lost the chat. Where'd you guys go? There you are. Found you. No, so the way I kind of like found like my sweet spot on them is through a lot of trial and error. I really didn't have all the fancy stuff when I went through it, so I just went through charts. Just over and over and over again, like just kept ripping through charts trying to figure out like exactly like what I thought was working and not working, and then correlated it over a long time. So, I mean, it took me about a year and a half or so to really get things like where I really, really liked them. So, but a lot of the initial data was all back tested, was back data. I had a buddy of mine who actually had a server who had a bunch of like data on it. It's kind of like an Edgeful, but not Edgeful, because it was just this private server. We ran some of it against that and saw the correlation. And then I just put the rest together and then started forward testing and dialed it in over about 6 months or 8 months. And then once everything was really feeling good, I started writing a lot of course material on it, which then evolved into my book. So it's pretty cool how it all came together, actually. All right, so we got a few minutes here left. Thor's book is also a great start, also TT. So Bearable Traders. So Bearable Traders is where I got my start trading, and a lot of my material is there. The book is a really good spot just to get a general idea of my system, how I trade, and all of those things. I also live trade at Peak Capital when it's in session, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. So if you want to live trade with me, that's always a fun place to do it. And then I also have my own mentoring. And I do mentoring with Dr. V. We have a mentoring group that we share. And that's where we work on kind of the alchemy. So we call ourselves market alchemists. So any interested in any of that stuff, there are links to all of it in my Instagram at ThorYoungMA. You can always follow me there, as well as my indicators are all there, or at ThorYoung on IG, or sorry, on X. Yes. So I'm a little all over the place. I need to like really work on my social media. Like this is like my next project, I think, for the next month. I really got to start like getting my socials like blasting up. Like I'm posting some pretty good stuff out there, and I've got, and it's not like really hitting. And then I was talking with a compadre, and he was saying you got to get one of those like companies that help you like do that. All right, I guess that's what we got to do. I know that you're, you know, not all futures on Atlas. Right now there's only like a major few. At Thor Young. There's only a few of the few. I mean, I think they've got most of the CME bundle. So it's going to be just mostly the index futures, but like without like COMEX or NYMEX, you can't get metals. We don't have that. So, but yeah. All right, everybody. Well, it is 11:59, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this session. I hope everybody had a great trading day. So far, we will hang on YM and see what happens. For everyone, I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. If you have any questions, you can always email me, Thor@bearbulltraders.com. Talk to you soon and keep it green, everybody.